Well, welcome in, Lamar Raider football fans, to another Friday night under the lights here on 97 OKK as we're ready for a big road trip here tonight over here in the Flowwood area here at Patriot Field here on the campus of Jackson Prep as your Lamar Raiders at 2-0 get ready to set to take on the 0-2. Don't say that too often. The 0-2 Jackson Prep Patriots at their facility here tonight. This is their home opener here tonight as well here in Flowwood. And glad to have you alongside us. I'm Rob, of course, and joined here by our good buddy Drew Rosenbaum. And Drew, we've been coming to Jackson Prep for a good number of years. Of course, we're very familiar with this facility. Of course, they have made a lot of updates over the years. It's a big atmosphere, a lot of folks on the other side of the football field. And Lamar, you know what? I wouldn't count out the Raiders here tonight.
No, I wouldn't either. I mean, this is Lamar has started out the season with an overall record of 2-0. They've looked really, really good against South Choctaw and a big win last Friday night at home against Wayne Academy. But folks, let me tell you, we're going to take a step up and play here tonight here in Flowwood as we get ready to take on Jackson Prep. Folks, we know the history between these two teams, and it's pretty much been one-sided when you look at the overall statistics between these two teams. But you know what, guys? Sooner or later, the winning streak with Jackson Prep over Lamar has got to end at some point, and why not? Why not? Let's end this thing tonight.
Absolutely. And, of course, folks, just kind of put it to you straight as I can here. The many trips that Lamar has had here to Jackson Prep during my time as broadcasting Lamar football, I mean, we've seen some 60 burgers laid on us, some 70 burgers laid on us. I mean, we've had some miserable trips coming home after we just get thoroughly walloped by these folks. But you know what? There's something different going into this football game here tonight. And Drew, I don't know about you, but there is a quiet confidence about this Lamar football team going in here tonight. As far as warm-ups went, I don't know about you, but I saw business down there.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, like I said, there's a reason why we're confident coming into tonight. When you look at the way we have played through two ball games, we've dominated the line of scrimmage. We've defensively, we've been all over the field. We're doing everything correct to this point. But, folks, let me remind you, Jackson Prep is a little bit different, and everybody knows that Jackson Prep has started 0-2. But look at the two teams that they have played. They played a powerhouse high school team in week 0, lost that game, and then obviously last Friday night in the Park Lane got them as well. But this is a team here in Flowwood that's extremely young. But they're very talented as usual. They're still Jackson Prep. Don't let the 0-2 record fool you. They're big on the line of scrimmage. They've got athletes all the way across the board. I think that, guys, this is an early season measuring stick game to kind of see where we stand with the upper echelon in the state of Mississippi.
I mean, folks. I'm just giving it to you honest here before we go in. I must took an honest pill before I walked up here tonight. But I'm telling you, in the years past, during the Mac Barn years at Lamar, when we saw Jackson Prep on the schedule, we were like, okay, we got to go play those guys, and we kind of knew what to expect because let's face it, we would look across the field at our Raiders. We barely got into the 30s as far as folks with a soul that were dressed, and then we look down here in the past – they'd be dressing 80 or 90 folks. Well, that's changed a little bit this year. Jackson Prep, you counted it up earlier, Drew, 68 on their roster. Now, we'll probably only see half of that play here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's been years where they've taken the field at Great Cobb Field. It looks like they've got a small army. I mean, it is but this year, this is, like I said, we counted just a little bit ago. Only got 68 players on their team this year, but that's 68 is just a number.
That's right.
It's just a number. They've got a lot of talented young men that know how to play, and I'm afraid, like I said, we've got to understand. Lamar does tonight. Take the field, with the confidence that we can win this ball game, that we cannot say, oh, gosh, we got Jackson Prep tonight.
Right.
I mean, because in years past, we've taken the field and we've been defeated, but even before we've taken the field. That cannot happen tonight. If Lamar plays Lamar Raider football and we look up, the goal is to get this game somehow, some way, with a chance to the fourth quarter. Because if we do that, all bets are off.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for your Lamar Raiders here tonight. Drew, let's look at the offense first. I'll let you take the offense here tonight.
Okay, starting on offense for our Lamar Raiders, obviously at quarterback, Sully Reed, who has been absolutely fantastic through the first two ball games this season. At running back, Corey Towner. At the H-back, Walker Mims. At the three wide receivers, Trotter, Whitcomb, and Oates. On the offensive line, you got Pruitt, Calvert, Hines, Lancaster, and Lee. And, Rob, I tell you, man, I could not be more impressed through two ball games from our big guys on the line of scrimmage, the offensive line. Every one of these guys are playing really good football to start the 25 campaign.
And this is a big football game for them tonight, too. Kind of a measuring stick to see where that young offensive line is at tonight. Defensive side of the football for Matthew Whiting's unit at the two corners tonight. I would say two of the best corners we've had collectively at Lamar together in a long time, maybe since the Lamar boys potentially. Samuel Roberts and Mikhail Willis, they are game changers most definitely. Outside linebacker will be Hamp Paralio. Hamp played a good ball game last week. At free safety is going to be Jalen Trotter. At the strong safety spot, a young man that's impressed you, Jaquan Slack. At the three linebackers, the two middle linebackers, two of the best in the biz, Tyler Brown and Luke Morrow. Outside linebacker will be Corey Towner. And in the interior at the two defensive ends will be Luke Brady and Caleb Randall, and at the nose guard will be Nate Lee. And Drew, the captains are meeting out here at the 50-yard line. Looks like the Raiders have Jackson Whitcomb along with Luke Brady, and I believe Sully might be that other captain out there tonight for the Lamar Raiders as they're going over last-minute instructions with our officiating crew here. And we'll see who's going to get this football to start things out here tonight at Patriot Field here in Flowood. And a pretty good contingent of Lamar folks have made the trip over here to Flowood here tonight. It's a beautiful community. I tell you what, there's a lot of good football over here tonight. Just down the road, probably about 3 or 4 miles, you got Hartfield Academy hosting MRA. That's a big game. And then a few miles away on the other direction of Flowood, you've got Jackson Academy hosting Leak Academy tonight. Ooh. So we got 3 big games over here near the Jackson Metro here tonight. So I tell you what, best football in the state may be right here tonight. So, well, Drew, it looks like Lamar has won the coin toss. And if I had to guess, I would think we're probably going to be receiving the football. And, yes, Jacob Lamb, being an offensive guy, says, I want the football to start off things here. For our radio audience, the Raiders will be receiving, moving left to right on the radio dial to start out things here momentarily. So Jacob wins another coin flip, and he wants the football.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you come into tonight's contest, obviously everybody in the state, you're heavy. Heavy underdog. You want to get your offense back on the field, make a statement early in this ball game.
All right, so the teams will be running out here on the field momentarily. The Prepsters, as I've lovingly called them over the years, are going to be running out through their big inflatable over here to the right with a big New England Patriot-type logo on the side of that big inflatable. It's a beautiful facility here at Patriot Field. With a big jumbotron and whatnot. But I believe they're going to go ahead and have the prayer and national anthem. So we'll step away for one more commercial break here on the Burns & Burns pregame show. And when we return, we'll have kickoff of Lamar and Jackson Prep. Play calls coming up in about 2 minutes here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
Upstairs here at Patriot Field here in Flowood, Mississippi for the start of this one here tonight. Your Lamar Raiders taking on the Jackson Prep Patriots. Beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner from one of the students here at Prep. And teams are about to run out here in just a few moments. But, big Jumbotron over here to our right. They're playing an introductory video for the Prepsters as they'll be running out here on the field momentarily off here to our right. Jacob Land's troops over here, the Lamar School Raiders, will be running out of that traditional Lamar Raider banner with that 34 on each side with the halos around each side. And, of course, that old school logo, I would say at this point, the old Raider on a horse right there in the middle as we get ready to see the Lamar Raiders here in just a few moments.
Well, I mean, like I said, folks, there is like Rob said a few minutes ago, a quiet confidence, a no-nonsense, business-like with our Raiders tonight, watching them warm up. This is a game that we believe, we understand that this is not, where Jackson Prep has not started out the way that they've wanted to. This is a tricky game for Prep because with what they got coming up, I mean, look, man, if you want to pull off a humongous upset in the state of Mississippi tonight, first step you got to believe.
Yeah.
You've got to believe. And our guys fully believe that we can do this tonight. This is not an advantage Jackson Prep football team, but then again, but they are still Prep, and they've got plenty of athletes to turn things around. But like I said, let's just hope and pray that they take us lightly here tonight, and by gosh, and Lamar ends the losing streak to Jackson Prep.
As they're playing the video continuing, I call this kind of the intimidation factor of Jackson Prep. They got their dance squad probably at least 40 or 50 deep lined up on each side. The cheerleaders are running out, a big number of them. Smoke, probably a pyro will be mixed in, I would imagine, as Jackson Prep is about to run out here. And this is their home opener tonight. And there's still some empty seats down here in front of us here at Jackson Prep, who is out to an unusual 0-2 start. But they didn't play Sisters of the Poor the last 2 weeks. They played Park Lane Academy, who is the hands-down favorite to be a state champion in the MAIS. And, of course, that academy out of Tennessee that they played from Nashville in the opening week. So this is a big game for Prep because I'm telling you right now, if they start 0-3, there's going to be a lot of whispering going on over here in Flowood. They don't like losing football games. So both teams run out on the field simultaneously. Jackson Prep down here to the near sideline in front of us wearing that blue jersey, that navy blue royal blue actually, with white numerals, gray pants, and red headgear with Prep written across each side. And the Lamar School Raiders on the other side of the field, led by fourth-year head coach Jacob Landon. The all-white here tonight. White jerseys, white pants with blue numerals outlined in red, and that Lamar headgear with the Lamar script across each side of the headgear. Well, Drew, here we go.
Yeah.
Something just feels a little different about this Lamar Prep chapter here tonight.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. This is a Lamar team that they believe that they can do this thing tonight. And here's kind of my key for tonight for Lamar. Number one, I've already kind of discussed it, is number one, you got to believe. Number two, in years past, we've played with these guys for about a half, and then the numbers game hits us in the second half. For Lamar to pull off a humongous upset here tonight, they've got to find a way to get the game winnable going into the fourth quarter.
That's big.
If we do that, boys, all bets are off.
Well, folks, kicking this football off for Jackson Prep is Eli Adams. He is a 5-star kicker, and, folks, we watched him during warm-ups. He was hitting 52-yarders like they were nothing. So I imagine when the ball is kicked to Lamar here tonight, you might as well go ahead and camp out at the 20 because this kid's got a strong leg. He's a senior place kicker at 6'1", 202, and he is teed it up at the 40, and we're ready to go. Another chapter of Lamar Jackson Prep is underway here on the broadcast, and, of course, that one's going to head toward the parking lot, and it'll be a touchback at the 20-yard line. Like I said, folks, that's going to be the norm on kickoffs here tonight for the Prepsters, as Lamar will start 1st and 10, Drew. Sully Reed, his 3rd start of the season.
Well, folks, I think for the first 2 ball games, Sully Reed, our quarterback, has just done an excellent job. I mean, he's leading our offense very well. He's playing within himself. He's making the right reads, and we're going to have to, he's going to obviously play above and beyond tonight. We're going to have to make some plays vertically down the field tonight.
All right, folks, Lamar will start 1st and 10 from their own 20 with Sully in the shotgun. Kari Towner getting the start at tailback here tonight. Trotter in the motion down here to the near side. They're going to toss it to Jalen Trotter right out of the gate, and he is going to be swarmed in. It'll be about a 4, maybe a 5-yard gain coming in there to lay the tackle on Jalen was Gage Gibbs and a couple of other Patriots. Like I said, gain of about 4, maybe 5.
I love the opening play call. Something short and easy. Get Sully into the game throwing wise, and a great opening play to start for Lamar here tonight. Sets up a 2nd down and 5.
In the shotgun formation, they're going to toss it out to Jalen Trotter. Here's a little trick play, a little pitch back to Willis, and Willis is going to get the 1st down across the 30 up to about the 34-yard line. A little trickery for a Lamar Raider 1st down, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. Talk about that play.
Well, I mean, right off the bat, Coach Jacob Land goes to his bag of tricks on the far side of the field, and a nice play right there for the Raiders, and move the sticks at the ball spotted at the Lamar 34-yard line.
Sully in the shotgun once again. They're going to keep it on the ground this time with Kari Towner. And Kari slipped on the surface here. It is a turf facility. It wasn't slick when we walked down there tonight, but Kari just lost his footing. About a half a yard, maybe yard gain there.
Yeah, and I mean, Kari right there on the run, he had something. He tried to make a cut, and his feet slipped right out from under him.
All right, so they will give him a yard gain up to the 34. Folks, we're just underway. This is the opening possession. We're a couple of minutes deep in, and no score, obviously. Whitcomb and Trotter will be lined up to the far side. No receivers down here to the near side. Sully in the gun with Towner there next to his hip. Play action fake. Sully's looking to go down the field. He's got Trotter, and then Trotter's across the 45, and he's trying to make a couple of moves, and Trotter's still fighting off, folks, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds past the midfield stripe at the 49 of Prep. 1st down Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. Heck of a start by Jalen.
Absolutely, and a heck of a start by our quarterback, Sully Reed. I love the way he threw that ball right there. He didn't throw a Brett Favre 99-mile-an-hour fastball. He threw that ball where Trotter could catch it with the right pace on the ball.
1st and 10 at the Prep 49-yard line. 10:25 to go. Opening quarter, opening drive. No score here in Flowood. Reed will be in the shotgun, obviously. Trotter's going to be in motion. They got him moving all over the field. Here's the play-action fake, and Sully is going to get annihilated right at the 50-yard line. Got to give Prep credit there. They got good penetration there. That's going to be a loss of about a full yard there.
Yeah, I don't think you want to attack the middle of the scrimmage, line of scrimmage against Jackson Prep. They're three guys on the defensive line at the line of scrimmage. They got some big hog mollies up front, man. So I don't think we're going to run a whole heck of a lot right up the middle here tonight.
Yeah, the zone read up the middle may not be in our repertoire
No,
here tonight.
I was going to say, I think we might have to save that one for another night.
9:42 and counting to go. Opening quarter, no score up on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard. Opening drive, 2nd and 11, right at midfield here for Sully Reed and the offense. Reed looking to toss this football. He's looking for Jalen, and the ball is airmailed a little bit. Jalen kind of checked up, trying to get some contact there, maybe trying to draw a penalty marker, but in any event, it's going to be incomplete. 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, these are the types of down, 3rd and long situations Lamar cannot find themselves in a lot here tonight. We've got to compete with Prep here tonight. We've got to be third and 5 or less.
Absolutely, and usually we're on the other side of that coin, but now we're on that side of the coin here tonight on that as part of being a big key. From the 50, 3rd down and 11 for Sully and the troops here. Play action fake. Reed steps up, but I think we got a penalty marker
Offside
down. And, wow, that's a big penalty. Jackson Prep was in the neutral zone. That is a 5-yard mark off on the Prepsters, and that penalty marker is brought to you by our friends at Citizens National Bank.
Yeah, apparently they had a defensive lineman lined up in the neutral zone, so now it's a lot more 3rd down and manageable situation for our offense.
This first quarter of Lamar Raider football powered by All-Star Team Sports here in Flowood. 3rd and 6 from the Prep 45-yard line from the far hash mark. Sully, empty backfield. He's got a bevy of receivers out there. Towner is in motion. There's the play-action fake. Another zone read right up the middle, and, boy, just like the other zone read, that comes up empty. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Now it'll be 4th down and 6, and let's see what Jacob Lamb will do. Looks like he might be sending on the special teams here.
Yeah, right here. Like I said, Coach Jacob Lamb playing field position right now, trying to pin Jackson Prep deep in their own territory.
Back deep to receive the punt. Looks like that is Parker. Parker's back at around the 16-yard line. Sully with a rugby-style kick. It's an end-over-end kick that Parker will field, and no fair catch, and he's going to be wrestled down. Nice open field tackle on special teams by Gavin All, who came in and wrestled him down just shy of the 20-yard line. So Prep will get to work on offense, 1st and 10 from just inside their 20-yard line. 8:30 to go here in the first quarter, just underway. No score.
Going back to that 3rd down play, I think Coach Jacob Land on that zone read, if he had gotten a couple yards short of sticks, make it 4th and really short, he might have gone for it.
Luke Essery, the starting quarterback at 6'2", just shy of 200. The junior in the shotgun is going to run it off the far side. He's got some running room, and he'll get across the 20 up to around the 24. And go ahead and guess who made the tackle. Well, it was actually Jalen Trotter, and you had Morrow in the neighborhood as well, who is also built like a Greek god. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
Well, this Jackson Prep football team, they're led by junior quarterback Luke Essery, 6'2", 190.
2nd and 5, just shy of the Prep 25-yard line. The Prepsters moving right to left. Play action fake. Essery is going to throw it, and it's tipped and caught. So a break for Prep, and they're off to the races, and this may be a touchdown unless Mikael Willis can catch him, and Willis will not be able to. A break goes the favor of Jackson Prep. A tip pass at the line of scrimmage is caught by Parker, and he goes the distance for the touchdown. A major break early in this football game goes in the favor of Jackson Prep. I think Lamar did everything right there. The ball just took a bounce.
Yeah, I mean, we tipped the ball at the line of scrimmage, and the wide receiver for Prep, Johnny on the spot, give him credit for catching the deflection. And, of course, we had 2 guys right there I thought could have made the tackle right there. But you know what? When you're as talented as the wide receiver is from Jackson Prep, he's going to break a tackle, and he was off to the races.
Extra point by Adams is up and good. So your score now on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard reads Jackson Prep 7 and Lamar nothing. Back in 30 seconds with more Raider football after this on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
All right, welcome back to Flowood here on the broadcast. 7:46 to go here in the first quarter. Jackson Prep gets a big break with a tip pass at the line of scrimmage that Parker caught and went off to the races. And now in the ensuing kickoff, this is going to be it's going to be a fieldable ball inside the 10-yard line. That's Jaquan Slack trying to return it, and good special teams coverage there by the Patriots. They'll take Slack down just shy of the 20-yard line. But Drew, I know you want to go back to that play. It's just one of those breaks that happens, and Prep gets an early break here.
Yeah, I mean, we did everything right at the line of scrimmage. We got our hands up. We deflected the ball, and their talented wide receiver, Josh Parker, was just Johnny on the spot. Once he caught it, he broke a tackle, and once he did that, I mean, it was tail lights all the way to the Jackson Prep end zone.
Now we're going to find out a lot about Lamar. This is the first taste of adversity this year through nearly 2.5 ball games.
Without a question.
Sully Reed, play action fake, steps up. He's got Jalen. He's got Trotter, and he overshot him by about 1.5 yards. Boy, Jalen beat everybody on that route, and that's going to be incomplete. That was nearly a big bomb up here near midfield. Oh, yeah. That was a big one.
Yeah, I mean, they like I said, we had a guy in the slot here, the near side. He went toward the middle of the field. The Jackson Prep defender went with the guy, which that allowed Jalen Trotter to get up the field. Had about 3 steps on Jackson Prep's defensive back.
2nd and 10, and Sully's going to try to run the football, and he's trying to outrun everybody. He'll get a little bit of a lane over here on this near side. He'll jump across one player and get a couple of extra yards. He will get up to around the 22. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 8.
We got a flag down here on the near sideline.
That's probably going to be a hold on Lamar, if I had to guess. So as of right now, it would be a 3-yard gain, but let's wait and see what we got here. They're still discussing it here. The two officials, the white hat and the official here on the near side, are still discussing it here. Long conversation if it's a hold, or will they wave it off?
We're still waiting, guys.
Well, we're still waiting here, and good thing we ate dinner.
Ooh.
Personal foul on Lamar. Oh, man, you don't need those kind of things to happen tonight when you're playing a jugular right here. And now that's going to back Lamar up.
Wow, man, I tell you
that's a backbreaker there.
That is, because then that's gonna put Lamar pretty deep in their own territory. Ball spotted. It looks like near the Lamar 11-yard line.
2nd and 18. Wow, it must have been something.
We didn't see.
We didn't see any kind of a face mask call in the offense. Obviously, it must have been something that happened during the play. They still got 2nd down up, so it's 2nd and 18 from back inside the 10. Here's a pitch play out to Ashton Jones. Jones trying to cut the corner, not a lot there. Jones will get up to maybe the 15. That's being quite generous if he got to the 15. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long right here.
Well, we went to the option on the far side of the field, try to get around the edge, on the far side of the field. But Jackson Prep speed, got to get just tip your cap to him. That just made a great play there on 2nd and 18. Sets up a 3rd down and about 16 coming up.
Lamar trailing 7-0, under 6 to play here in the opening quarter, and another penalty marker is down. This is going to be a false start on Lamar. So Lamar kind of shooting themselves in their own foot right here on this drive. The personal foul penalty and now a motion penalty is going to march the Raiders in the wrong direction. Boy, I tell you what, it's not the kind of start Jacob Land will enjoy seeing, obviously.
Yeah, that's something, the pre-snap penalties of the first 2 weeks of the season, we've had very little of that, but we've had a couple here tonight.
3rd down and half of Flowood. Here's just a jump ball down there for Whitcomb. That's about all you can do. Incomplete. Whitcomb was about 5 yards behind the ball. And that's just kind of a prayer to see if it's answered. And now Lamar obviously will be on a 3-and-out, and back in punt formation will be Sully Reed in his own end zone right here.
Yeah, this is just a terrible start by our Lamar Raiders here. You would think Jackson Prep is going to they're going to get some really good field position coming up.
Parker will be the man to return the football here. He's going to be standing at his, the Raider 42. Sully's going to be about 3 or 4 yards deep in the end zone to punt the football. And here is the punt. It's a wobbly kick that Parker will field at the 40. He's on the move again. Here he goes, 30, 25, 20, and he's all the way down inside the 20. Towner makes the tackle on special teams, but another nice return. The thorn in the side of the Raiders tonight is 26, Josh Parker, the sophomore, gets the Jackson Prep Patriots inside the 20.
Yeah, I mean, that was a recipe for disaster right there for Lamar Raiders. It's a really short end-over-end kick right there, line drive, and then you give Parker all that open field to run. That's a recipe for a disaster. And just like that, Jackson Prep starts this offensive possession at the Lamar 16, 17-yard line as we got a flag, a pre-snap flag on Jackson Prep, and backed them up 5. It's a big 5-yard penalty, Robbie.
5:37 to go here in the opening quarter on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard. It is Jackson Prep 7, Lamar nothing. Prep will have it 1st and 15 from back at their own 22-yard line after that motion penalty. The tailback is Wade Smith, number 5, and they're going to give it to Smith on the handoff along that right side. Nice tackle over on that edge led by Hamp Parala, who is starting to rise up in this Lamar defense. He led the charge along with Morrow and Brown, and very minimal yardage, if any, right there.
Yeah, from Jackson Prep tonight, I mean, you're going to see number 5, Wade Smith. Okay.
We got another flag on the play. Sorry, Drew. We got another flag here. It's going to be a sideline warning on Lamar. And of course, that'll not be any yardage assessed there. It's just a warning on Jacob Land in the sideline over there.
Well, Prep's going to, you're going to see number 5, Wade Smith, and number 20, Thomas Hewitt Oswalt run the ball a lot here tonight for Jackson Prep. In years past, they've always had that one big guy, that running back. This year, they've got a couple of guys you're going to see back there here tonight.
2nd and 11 now here for Prep. Parker was in motion. Here's Esri. Nice tackle there by Morrow. Morrow met him in the hole and just drove him to the ground. Boy, Luke Morrow read his script right there, and that's going to be no gain on the play. Morrow, picture-perfect tackle right there.
Yeah, absolutely outstanding tackle right there by Morrow. No gain on the play. 3rd down and long coming up for Jackson Prep. And, man, what a big play, defensive stand right here for Lamar. Got to hold him to a field goal here.
Absolutely. Esri in the shotgun formation. Smith off to his right side. Esri's looking to throw the football, and he will throw it complete out to the far side to Smith, and it looks like he is going to get to the marker in time, and he'll get down to near the 6-yard line, move the chains, 1st down and goal there for Jackson Prep. Kind of a pitch and catch, pretty easy over on that far end.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, it seemed like he was out there kind of by himself, and just, I don't know if that was a bust or what, but that was a crucial play by Lamar defense that didn't go our way right there, and Prep's got a 1st and goal situation.
Right near the 5-yard line is going to be a run by Esri. He's going to get punished by a wall of Raider defenders. Looks like 52. That's Henry Pruitt, who came in to lead the charge there for the Raiders, along with Morrow and a couple of other white shirts. Looks like they're going to lose about a yard or two on that play. 2nd and goal back at the 7.
Yeah, it was, like I said, it appeared that we, on that play, we got some pressure on that right side, and a nice defensive play. But, man, we've got to find a way just to hold Prep to a field goal here, as we're now at 3:50 left to go here in the 1st quarter. Prep already leads our Lamar Raiders 7-0.
They're going to bring in a little bit of a heavy package here behind Esri, who's going to go under center on 2nd down and goal from the 7-yard line. And Esri, play action fake, bootleg down here to the near side, caught, touchdown, Jackson Prep. And that is Owen Brown, the junior tight end, who made the grab. A lot of misdirection, and Lamar kind of got bit on that, and that's going to be an easy pitch and catch for 7 yards. And all of a sudden, Lamar's down by 2 scores.
I was just getting ready to say, when I saw them bring in that heavy set package, that had play action pass written all over it, and we didn't pick up on it. And folks, you couldn't. Just a terrible start here tonight by our Lamar Raiders.
Here's Adams on the PAT. He may kick this to the highway out there, and it is up, and it is perfect. So with 3:34 to go here in the 1st quarter on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard, it is Prep 14, Lamar nothing. Back in 30 seconds here on 97 OKK. All right, welcome back upstairs here at Patriot Field here in Flowood, here on the campus of Jackson Prep. Not the kind of start that Jacob Land had drawn up here tonight. Unfortunately, Lamar's down by 2 scores with 3:34 to go here in the opening stanza. It's Prep 14 and Lamar nothing. And I tell you what, barring that opening drive where the Raiders moved it just across the 50-yard line, Prep is just, I tell you what, Parker's pretty good. Josh Parker's pretty good.
I mean, folks, he's just a sophomore, so, I mean, he is a very talented young man. But, folks, I hate to say this, but, I mean, with 3:34 left to go here in the first quarter, Prep already leads our Raiders 14-0. We got to find a way to get some points on this drive, or it could be all she wrote. I mean, but for our guys, we've got to just forget about the opening and just act like somehow it's 0-0. I mean, just forget about the start. Just do what we've done the last couple of weeks, and we'll be fine. But right now, we've got to settle down. I mean, they've got offensively. I mean, they've got Jackson Prep's had wide open guys down in the passing game. Defensively, we've got to do a lot better job defending the pass.
Heads up on Lakeland as that one goes out of the back of the end zone and nearly goes to Lakeland. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders after the touchback at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, Rob, I mean, you know, like I said, we got the ball first, and we had, you know, we looked really good on offense, had two first downs, had a 1st and 10 at about midfield, and we you know, on that 3rd and 5, you know, we didn't convert, and ever since then, you know, it's been all Jackson Prep.
This is a pivotal drive here for Lamar. You got to get points right here on this one. So you're going to start at the 20-yard line, 80 yards to go here. Here's the handoff. I believe that's Towner. I could be mistaken. I actually checked that as Tyler Brown on the carry, and he got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And what our offensive line's got to realize, you know, when we've ran the ball on 1st down so far this year, you know, we've been getting 4 and 5 yards on 1st down. We're not getting that here tonight.
2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action fake. Sully steps up, and he is under some pressure. He's running out there to the far side, stops on a dime and reverses his field, gets across the 20. Nice run there by Sully. Wow. And Reed is going to be out of bounds over on that far side of the field near the 26-yard line. So Sully somehow, some way got us 6 yards there.
Absolutely. I mean, I thought he was dead to right in the backfield, and somehow he was able to break a couple of tackles and get something out of nothing, and they get it to about a 3rd down and about 5 here.
Yeah, ball is just across the 25, so we'll call it 3rd down and a short 5 here. Sully will be your quarterback, obviously. Brown is the tailback. You've got Whitcomb and Trotter lined up down here to the near side as the Raiders move left to right. Sully looking to toss the football. He's looking toward Jalen's direction and Whitcomb, and Sully, I think some pressure was bearing down on him. He tried to complete it to Whitcomb, incomplete pass, and that is going to be another 3 and out unless Jacob Land is feeling daring tonight, and he's not. He's got to send the punt unit back out there.
Right there. I mean, we tried to get Whitcomb on a deep out route here on the near sideline. Incomplete pass, and, man, this is just a horrendous start by our Raiders, a drive that we had to get points, and we go 3 and out, and once again, it appears that Jackson Prep's going to get really good field position coming up.
Here's the punt from Reed, and it's got a nice booming kick, end-over-end kick, as Parker will go back and field it. And nice tackle in the open field right there. Jackson Whitcomb on special teams gets Parker down back at the 31-yard line. That was a nice open field play there by Whitcomb on the tackle. So with 2:47 to go here in the first quarter on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard, it reads Jackson Prep 14, Lamar nothing. And, you know, Drew, in order to start coming back from this deficit, Jackson Prep's going to have to slip on a banana peel. They're going to have to turn the football over on this end somehow for us to get a shot.
It doesn't matter how we get a stop right now defensively for Lamar. The most important thing is that we get a stop. Lamar has Jackson Prep's had the ball twice and has gone down the field and scored. So, if we want to get back in this ball game, it starts right now.
1st and 10 from the Prep 31. A pass across the middle, and he's gone. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, one play, touchdown of 69 yards. And that was a pitch and catch there to Jude Hayden. And, you know, Drew, I don't know if it was a busted coverage, but the middle of the field was wide open.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a pretty. I mean, if that's not a bust, I don't know what it is. I mean, the young man went right. I mean, right up the middle of the field, and and just wow, what a start by our Raiders. We thought we came in tonight. We talked about there was a quiet confidence, by our Lamar Raiders here tonight, and boy, Jackson Prep through the first 10 minutes of this ball game has taken it to our Raiders, and with that PAT is up and it's now good. Jackson Prep leads our Lamar Raiders 21-0. And
we'll keep things right here.
Yeah, we're going to keep right here. And wow, I mean, we talked about it. We knew that there was, with that Prep, starting the season out 0-2. This was a must-win for them with knowing what the schedule they got coming.
They look pretty hungry,
and they are so far. I hate to say it, but the first 10 minutes of this ball game, they've taken our Lamar Raiders behind the woodshed.
All right, Adams will be in to kick it here, folks. This is a heck of a kicker. We talked about him during the pregame briefly. He was hitting 52-yarders during pregame warm-ups like they were nothing. So if any of you college coaches just happen to be stumbling across our broadcast, you probably already know about Eli Adams here at Jackson Prep.
Oh my gosh, man! I mean, this young man you're going to see him somewhere in the SEC next year. This young man can flat out kick the football.
All right, Adams will kick it away, and that's going to be watch out there, SUV on Lakeland, as that's going to be another touchback, and the Raiders will start 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So, and the thing about it is, the Raiders had one return, if you remember, on that second kickoff of the night, and Jackson Prep just had good kick coverage and stopped us inside the 20.
Yeah.
So the Raiders' average starting field position has been at around the 18, 19, 20-yard line. It's right in that neighborhood.
And that's something through the first 2 weeks of the season we've led in that department. We've had really good starting field position. Not tonight.
From the 20, Lamar trailing now 21-0. Here's the handoff to Ashton Jones, and Jones will get a nice push there from the offensive line as he'll get across the 25 up to maybe the 20. I might give him the 26.5, 27 right there. Good game by Ashton and the offense.
Yeah, that's our first look tonight for Mr. Ashton Jones. This is a young man that, man, we've got, like I said, has played really well, with the Thunder and Lightning, with, Towner and now Ashton Jones, and a good run right there on first down of about 7 yards, set up a 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, we're under 2 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Lamar trailing at 21-0. Randall in the H-back slot there for Lamar. Here's the handoff again to Ashton Jones, and Jones will stumble ahead just shy of the first down marker. He'll be at about the 29 maybe, and that'll bring up 3rd and 1 now.
And obviously, this is a huge 3rd and 1 for our Raiders. I mean, we cannot go 3 and out again. Here for no other reason to give our defense a little bit of rest, give them time to make adjustments.
Looks like Brown will be the running back, kind of our I formation. This is the muscle package here with Brown, and he runs downhill. He runs away for some folks. He's going to get it up to about the Lamar 45-yard line. Nice scanner there by Brown. 1st down Lamar, 1st down Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
Huge run right there. Huge run right there for Mr. Brown. Right there, just took the handoff on 3rd and 1 and ran it right, got into the secondary of Prep.
That was a 16-yard pickup on that last play by Brown. He's still dragging folks with him. He'll get into Prep territory down to the 49-yard line. So the Raiders have found a little something here behind the very strong Tyler Brown, and that was a gain of about 6 right there.
Well, I tell you what, Tyler Brown, those first 2 carries, I mean, that he ran possessed, and that's what we got to have here tonight.
Jones will check back in here at tailback with 30 seconds and counting here on the first quarter timer, with Lamar trailing at 21-0, but at the Prep 49-yard line. Play action fake. Sully's looking to go for broke right here. Down the field, he's got Trotter, and Trotter can't make the catch. Tried to catch it over his shoulder. It would have been tough to keep the feet in bounds, too. It was pretty well covered. Got to give credit right there to Peter Primos right there in coverage. So 3rd down and 4. Raiders took a shot. Almost came up with it.
Hey, what do you got to lose? You've got to take some shots down the field. You're already trailing 21-0. You got to get points here. You got one-on-one coverage with your best wide receiver. You'll take that all night.
20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Lamar's going to stay on the ground here with Brown once again. What can Brown do for you down near the 45-yard line? Well, he's going to be shy. We're right on the marker here, Drew. He's about maybe a half a yard.
Yeah, ain't no brainer now. I mean, you're going to – you got to go for this. And, well, folks, that's going to do it for the first quarter play here in Flowood. And, folks, it's been all Jackson Prep. Prep leads our Lamar Raiders 21-0. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Lamar Raider football right here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
All right, welcome back to Lamar Raider football. This quarter of activity brought to you by our friends at All-Star Team Sports. The Raiders will be going for it here to start the second quarter down 21-0. Drew, it'll be a 4th down and 1 at the Prep 46-yard line.
Well, there's no question about who we're getting ready to give the ball to here, as Tyler Brown in the backfield. The 3 times he's touched the ball, good things have happened.
Raiders will have Brown in the backfield. Morrow will be the blocker in front. And the muscle package, a little version of the tush push by the Lamar Raiders, and it works to perfection. And Morrow, one of those Greek gods, puts Lamar in a first down situation. First down brought to you by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
Now, like I said, for Lamar's offense, this is now 3 straight first downs on this drive. Field goal's not going to do you any good, already trailing 21-0. We got to get a touchdown here.
Raiders will have it first down. That was a 2-yard pickup. That's a pretty good tush push there on 2 yards there.
That definitely was.
Of course, the Eagles making the tush push famous. I think they ran that a couple of times last night in their 4-point win against Dallas. The muscle package is back in there. Morrow blocking, Brown running it, and Brown is fighting tooth and nail. Look at Brown. Inside the 40 down to the 39. I thought he was going to be stopped for about a yard or two, and Drew, he turns that in to a 5-yard pickup.
He's running now that's about the 4th time that he's ran the ball so far in the first half, and man, every time he's ran the ball extremely hard. And another solid gain on first down for Lamar, sets up a 2nd down and 5.
Muscle package remains in there at the 39. Here's Brown again, and Brown will get walloped this time, but he'll get yardage down to about the 37. Nice open field tackle there by the Prepsters. Looks like that was 53 who made the stop there. That was Brown who made the tackle there, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3.
The only question is, Robbie, that, when you talk about Tyler Brown, how much – he's doing outstanding, but he's your starting middle linebacker.
Yeah, you don't want to wear him out.
How many times can the guy get the ball offensively?
Shotgun formation now for the Raiders. You've got Trotter to the near side. You've got Whitcomb to the far side. Play action fake. Sully steps up. He's going for broke to Whitcomb over there, and Whitcomb can't quite get there to the football. It was great coverage. You just got to give credit where credit's due there to Jackson Prep. They were covering Whitcomb like a blanket down there. That was great coverage down there by Reynolds there for Prep, and it'll bring up 4th down and 3, and obviously you're going to go.
Absolutely, and you basically called it. That was just excellent coverage on the far side of the field by the cornerback from Jackson Prep. Whitcomb, you take that chance every time, but just great cornerback play by Jackson Prep.
4th down and 3. The Raiders will go back under center now Brown is the running back again for Lamar on 4th down and 3. They give it back to Brown, and this time he is going to wrestle for the first down. I believe he had to get to the 34, and they got the referee has marked it right at the 34.
Well,
it is a first down.
First down. So
first down powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
And again, the first contact did not get him to the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, just absolutely kept the legs pumping. And second and third effort we were able to pick up that huge first down.
9:50 and counting to go here in the second quarter on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard. Lamar trailing at 21-0, but the Raiders are on the move. Deepest they've been in prep territory inside the 35. Play action fake. Sully's running for his life over on that far side. He's got a little running room, but not enough as he's going to be taken out of bounds, I believe, back at the line of scrimmage. And I tell you what, the coverage on everybody down the field was perfect for Jackson Prep.
I had no question about it. I just thought, like I said, instead of taking that hit, I'd rather just see Sully Reed just throw that ball out of bounds.
Absolutely. He will lose about a yard back to the 35, so 2nd and 11 from the Prep 35. Whitcomb and Trotter down here to the near side, and a hard count there. Did Prep jump into the neutral zone? Sure did, and that's going to be a free 5 yards. There's a little tip of the cap to you, Mr. Wyatt Bond, and that'll be a 5-yard mark off second and more manageable.
Boy, you're talking about the hard count. There was nobody that did it better than Wyatt
Bond was a genius.
Man.
And I think Sully was sitting at the front of class during those lessons. So,
well, with that 5-yard penalty, that made this second down coming up a lot better. 2nd down and 6. Folks, if you're just tuning in, it's been all Jackson Prep as they lead our Lamar Raiders 21-0.
Man in motion is going to be Towner on a attempted speed sweep, but on a zone read, Sully's going to keep it himself, and he's going to barrel ahead for just a handful of yards inside the 30 to about the 28. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, that took a little bit too long to develop, and when you give this defense from Jackson Prep that much time to recover, to see what we're getting ready to run, they're going to eat that up all night.
3rd down and 4 from the 28 in Prep territory. The muscle package is back in with Morrow and Brown. Morrow blocks, Brown runs it, and Brown this time is going to be gang tackled for only a yard pickup to the 27. So now it's another 4th down and 3, and obviously you're going to roll the old dice again here with 8:45 and counting to go in the second quarter.
Well, what our ability to run the ball in this drive, what it's done is if we choose to take it, the play action pass here, fake the handoff to Tyler Brown and slip somebody out in the flat.
Sully is under center. He tried a hard count initially. He's got 10 seconds on the play clock here. And Sully's set to go now. And they will hand it off to Brown, and Brown goes ahead, and I think he's gone! He's gone! 10, 5, touchdown, Lamar! Touchdown, Raiders! And that's going to be a touchdown of just over 25 yards. Somehow, some way, Tyler Brown broke through all of that mess and got a touchdown.
Yeah, on that right side, I thought they had him behind the line to gain, and by God, somehow, some way, Tyler Brown was able to break 2 to 3 tackles, and next thing you know, we're in the end zone. A humongous drive there by Lamar Raiders, a drive that we absolutely had to have.
Logan Crossan to attempt the extra point here for Lamar. The Raiders are on the board here with 8:11 to go in the second quarter. Snap back to Val is good. The kick is on the way, and it got blocked. Tell you what, I'm just going to be honest, folks. We've been leaking a little oil the last couple of games in extra points, but so the point is blocked. With 8:11 to go in the second quarter on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard, it's Prep 21, Lamar 6, back in 30 seconds here on 97 OKK. On a 27-yard run by Tyler Brown. PAT was blocked, and with 8:11 to go here in the second quarter, Lamar now trailing at 21-6. And what a pivotal drive that was.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, other than I think we only one pass the whole drive. It was all on the ground, and Tyler Brown just really came on the scene on the last drive. And like I said, he has been the bright spot running the ball here tonight for our Lamar Raiders.
Morrow's kick is going to sail down to about the 10-yard line and prep on the return to the 20-25. And nice open field tackle right there by the Raiders special teams unit. I think that might have been Whitcomb who came in there and made the stop there for Lamar on special teams. Could be mistaken on that. But nonetheless, it was a white jersey, and Lamar will get ready to go back to work on defense.
Now, our defense had plenty of time to make adjustments. We have got to get a stop here. Got to get a stop. Get the offense back on the field and see if we can punch another one in.
Well, I said sooner or later, Prep's got to slip on a banana peel. They got to throw an interception, fumble a football. We just need a break to go our way. Here's a speed sweep to Parker. Don't let him get loose, and the Raiders do. Outside the 40 up to the 45-yard line is where Parker will go on a speed sweep, and right now we cannot contain Josh Parker, and that'll be a first down run up to the 45. But I think we got some laundry back here, and I see the flag sitting back there, and I think it's going to be a hold here on Jackson. It's on the other side of the field.
Okay, I was going to say, I do not see the flag, so. Man, that's a huge penalty on Jackson Prep, because that will wipe out a nice run for Mr. Parker here.
Yep,
for
there's
Jackson
the hold.
Prep.
So, yeah, it is a hold.
But
thank you very much.
Yes, that huge penalty for Jackson Prep right there, because that'll march them all the way back, all the way. Looks like ball spotted right about the 17, 18-yard line.
So 1st and 20 after that penalty. Boy, Lamar's got to capitalize on this right here. Essery, the junior quarterback, who's got a couple of touchdown tosses in the ball game, will be in the shotgun. Parker's in motion. Keep your eyes on him, obviously. And it's a low snap ball. It's free, and Essery's going to pick up and run with it. And that was nearly the break that Lamar needed. Essery did what he could to get what he could, and he's going to get up to just shy of the 25-yard line. That ball was in the turf and nearly a turnover.
That was the break right there. We had to get on that loose ball right there. And Essery, the quarterback from Prep, was just able to pick the ball up and scamper about my gosh, I didn't
about
he
5
got
yards.
5 yards on that. Sets up a second down and 15.
Just shy of the 25-yard line here for the Prepsters in their own territory. And they're going to do a little shuffle pass, and here we go. 40, 45. He may be off to the races. 35, 30, and he's gone. Touchdown, Jackson Prep on a little shuffle pass. It was just a little pitch, a little Brett Favre pitch that caught the Raiders napping right there. There's a huge hole up the middle. And what could have been for Lamar is going to be another touchdown for Jackson Prep. And right now, Lamar just has no answers on this side of the football.
None, absolutely no answers. We're just not playing assignment football here tonight defensively. We've given up a couple of busts in the passing game, and then we give up a bust in the running game right there. You just can't have that, and if you want to pull off a big upset.
Here's the extra point by Adams, and that may go all the way to the woods out there, and it will. And with 6:51 to go here in the second quarter, it's now Jackson Prep 28 and Lamar 6 on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard. We'll return after a quick 30-second timeout here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
With 6:51 to go here in the second quarter, Lamar now trailing at 28-6, and boy, Essery's having a big night at QB this evening for Jackson Prep.
Yeah, I mean he's like I said, man, he's a very good quarterback, but you know, when you got guys streaking pretty open down the field, all they got to do is catch the ball.
Be a touchback. Raiders will start at the 20-yard line. And remember, folks, Lamar got the football to start out things here tonight, so Prep will get it to start the third quarter. Lamar is in a hole now, 28-6. The biggest thing for Lamar, they found something in the running game with Tyler Brown on that last drive, and I'm going to give the offensive line a lot of love here. They paved some way. Tyler Brown was able to shake some tacklers, but this young offensive line, I mean, they've checked some good boxes here tonight.
Absolutely, but again, I mean, you know, again, as we said a little bit ago, I mean, how many snaps can you put Tyler Brown back there on the field knowing he's your starting middle linebacker?
Exactly.
You know, at some point, you know, somebody else is going to have to, on the offensive side of the ball for Lamar, they're going to have to make a play down the field.
Play action fake to Towner. Sully's going to step up and sling it down the field, and he airmails that one. He was about maybe 3 yards too wide of Whitcomb. Whitcomb had a step on his man. Sully just threw it a little too long there. Sully, right now, I think he just needs to take a breath, you know, to reset yourself and get settled down.
Yeah, I mean, if the pass was there, that would have been a huge play down the field. But Sully he's just a little bit amped up on his throws.
6:45 to go here in the second quarter. Lamar trailing at 28-6. It'll be second down and 10 from the Lamar 20. Here's Towner on the handoff, and Kari with some good yardage across the 25. He'll get up to about the 26.5. Young Kari Towner gets some good yardage to make it third down and manageable here for Reed in the offense.
And that right there, that's the key word, Robbie, is manageable here on this third down call coming up. Third down and about 4 coming up by our Raiders again. You know, got to pick up this first down here.
Third down and 4, as Drew said, from the 26-yard line in Raiderville.
I mean, we are running the ball pretty good. If we want it, play action pass should be there.
Reed in the shotgun, letting this play clock go a little deep here at 2 seconds now on the snap. Here's the handoff to Towner, and Towner got hit at the line of scrimmage, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's fourth down and 4, and you're in a position where I know you're down 28-6, but Jacob Land he's leaving the offense out there.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't either. Lamar's going to go for it on fourth down and 4 at their own 26-yard line. I can hear you screaming in my ear, folks, but at this point, why not?
Absolutely.
Reed in the shotgun. I think Lamar may try a hard count first, maybe. Towner's going to split out here to the far side. Reed is letting this play clock get, and Jacob may take a timeout. 2 seconds, 1, and the play clock is at 0, and the Lamar Raiders, did they call the timeout? Yeah. Sure did. So timeout on the field, 5:53 to go here in the second quarter, and for some reason the clock is still running at 5:46 and 45. It's still running. I was about to take a commercial break, but the game clock is running. Is anybody paying attention to this? It's still running. 5:35. I'm not going to commercial break yet because the clock is running. The clock it leaked. It's still leaking.
It's leaked almost 30 seconds.
I mean, come on, guys. 5:21. They stopped it, but at least 30 seconds ran off the game clock.
They're going to have to go back and look at this
so we're not going to go to commercial break. We're going to stay right here because I got a little angry at the game clock. I mean, I know the Raiders are down the scoreboard 28-6, but dadgummit, don't slide us any time.
I think they're going to put the time back on their clock. They just talked about it.
All right, so the officials, of course, wear the radio devices where they can communicate back and forth upstairs here. The clock guys are right beyond this wall right here. I was about to hit the wall there in a second.
I mean, they at least put
at least go to 5:45.
5:45, 5:50, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Well, they are still trying to get the time situated here, but should be, in my opinion, at least 5:45 on the game clock.
Okay, that's close enough.
5:42, we can live with that. Off by a handful, but we'll take it. All right, so Raiders will keep the offense out there on fourth down and 4 from their own 26-yard line. It'll be an empty backfield. You got Trotter out there at one of the skill slots. Towner and Whitcomb are your wide receivers. Man in motion is going to be Jalen Trotter to the far side now. Reed sets his feet, and he is under some pressure, and he is going to be walloped and sacked back inside the 15-yard line. And the Raiders will turn it over on downs. And unfortunately, Raider fans, what has gone from bad to worse has now happened. The Raiders will turn the ball over in the red zone. Prep 1st and 10 at the 15.
Well, I don't, like I said, if folks at home listening, and you're probably wondering why did we go for that right there? I don't mind the decision to go for it.
Absolutely not.
Because your defense, I mean, let's be honest, has not done anything tonight. But the execution right there, and I don't know what happened, but the play was just off to begin with, and our quarterback, Sully Reed, just got slaughtered.
Red zone trip. It's going to be at the 15 here for Jackson Prep. They lead at 28-6 with 5:35 to go before halftime. And now the officials, the head official is coming down here to the near side.
And I was wondering because I heard a whistle. I heard a whistle right before the snap, and that and I don't know if that had anything to do with that drew the timing off that 4th down play, but a whistle because I saw. Our Coach Jacob Land went crazy after the play and went to the official, and the official said, I got it. So I don't know what that was about, but definitely there was a whistle blown right before the snap on the 4th down call.
Well, if that's the case, now they're going to have another dilemma here because they have already spotted the ball for play. 1st and 10 for Jackson Prep at the 15. Now, they have not reset the chains yet. Remember, it was a 4th down. Was it a 4th down in 3 or 4?
Yeah.
So they still have this change set from where it was at the 20 originally. So officials are still talking about this. Lamar may get another crack at this. I don't know. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I said. We don't know where the whistle came from, but it was there was a whistle right before the snap, and you saw. Our offensive line. It's like we weren't even ready to play right there, and our quarterback just got obliterated.
Well, Jacob's not animated over on that far sideline. We're way over here, and I think Jacob is trying to get some semblance of an explanation here. I don't know if he got satisfied with the result or not, but it looks like they're going to back the teams up. Right now, the ball is spotted at the Lamar 15 for Prep, 1st and 10. But the thing is, folks, the down marker is on the 15, but the original chains are still set from the 20 to the 30 where Lamar had possession moments ago on that 4th down. So the officials are trying to clean up this mess right here on, I guess, Drew, what we can call it at this point, maybe an inadvertent whistle of some type.
Well, the entire officiating staff on the field, they've huddled. And this is something that, obviously somebody had to hear it. Because our offensive line on that 4th down, guys, they weren't even play.
There's no way anybody gets to Sully that quick. I'm sorry.
They weren't even playing,
they are in a long discussion here. So, folks, the score is Prep 28, Lamar 6. 5:35 to go here in the 2nd quarter, and they are still discussing this. The officiating crew is huddled up at the 15-yard line off to our right here. This is a very long, This is a United Nations times 10 meeting down there.
Well, the thing that got me was I saw, like I said, I heard the whistle through my headset.
Yeah.
And the official that's next to our Coach Jacob Lane on the far side of the field, he motioned to our coach, hey, I got it.
I'm just going to say this right now, and Gavin brought up a good point. I think I'm reading Gavin right. We've got the student section right here in front of us for Jackson Prep. They might have had a noisemaker down here, a whistle or some point, just saying that's a possibility. They've been pretty rowdy down here in front of us all night. So, yeah, there's whistles going on down here in the student section. So that may have been what you heard since it was so close to us down here. Well, if that's the case, they need to get those darn artificial noisemakers out of here.
Well, I'm not so sure. I mean, like I said, can you technically, by the letter of the law, replay the fourth down? I don't think you can, unfortunately.
Well, now the official, they're down here talking to Coach Doug Goodwin here. He's in his third season here at Prep. Lord, somebody want to go to the concession stand and get some food? I mean, we're going to be here a while. This is still a lengthy discussion. I wonder what our good buddy Russ Robinson on the Prep broadcast is thinking about this right now. He's probably going to knock on the door. Do you guys know what's going on? I don't know, Russ. Do you know what's going on? None of us know what's going on. Well, folks, next week Lamar will be up in Caledonia. We'll have a broadcast next Friday night. Public versus private next Friday night up at Caledonia. First time we've done a ball game at Caledonia before.
That'll be something different for sure.
Of course, Caledonia just a little bit north, kind of northeast of Columbus. So a particular restaurant in Columbus will be coming to call.
All right, they're bringing the defense.
They're bringing the defense back out
on the field.
So it looks like they are going to respot the football on a fourth down coming up for Lamar. I'm assuming this is what's about to happen. Lamar's defense is coming up. So, wow. I've never seen this before.
Yeah, it appears to me that they're going to say that they're on the fourth down, and I'm just spitballing here, but I'm assuming they've respotted the ball at the Lamar 26-yard line. It looks like we're going to replay the fourth down.
That was the correct spot. It was 4th down and 4 on that previous play. So, I will say good officiating. I know it's in favor of Lamar here, but they got together as a collective group, talked about it, and now it looks like Lamar is going to be punting the football instead of going for it this time, Drew.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, you want to,
inadvertent whistle from the stands. They just made the announcement over the PA, so the noisemakers, they need to go there and police that. Well, some of the students down there are laughing about it, and that's not anything to laugh about during a football game. You're up 28-6. But anyway, so 4th down and 4. Sully will be back to punt the football back at about the 12, 13-yard line. Snapback is clean to Sully on the punt, and it's a nice kick, boomer down the field. A fair catch is going to be called for back there by Jackson Prep at about their own 36-yard line. That was a booming kick by Sully right there.
Very, very good kick right there. And a little bit of difference there in field position, from
a little bit.
just a hair.
Just a hair difference.
But yeah, man, that's something we don't see a lot often in high school ball. But right there, we replayed the 4th down because of an artificial noisemaker from it looks like from the Jackson Prep student section that was caught by the officials. So Jackson Prep will start this offensive possession from their own. It looks like nose of the ball might be touching the 36-yard line.
Esri, who's had a big night, is in the shotgun formation on 1st and 10. They're going to keep it on the ground here, and that's a big gainer. Wow. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and Lamar will catch up to him and make the tackle inside the 5-yard line, led by Willis. And looks like it might have been Samuel Roberts back there, but that was a big gainer down the field. 61 yards there on the carry there by Oswalt, number 20.
Folks, guys that listen at home, we can't stop them. We cannot stop them. It's just we're giving bust in the passing game, the bust in the running game. And then once they get into the secondary, folks, their speed is just incredible. Unfortunately, we got an injury on the field.
That's Oswald who just made the run, and hopefully he's just cramping up. He's a fine football player for Prep. And he's going to walk off the field slowly after that 61-yard gain. So it'll be 1st and goal at about the 2-yard line. And, folks, I'm just going to kind of tell you like it is. It's been a tough night at the office here tonight.
Yep. This has just been a horde of hordes first half for Lamar Raiders just defensively. Just absolutely just getting killed, unfortunately.
They're going to go back into that jumbo-type set here. Several backs in the backfield with Esri under center. They're going to hand it off, and I don't think they got in. Looks like Henry Pruitt and company dragged him back the other direction. He might have got down to the 1 yard line, so give a tip of the cap to Pruitt and company up front. 2nd and goal from about the 1.
Yeah, I mean, I just like I said, I'm trying to do my best to call what we see, and I mean it's like here in the first half, I mean defensive for Lamar, I mean it's just been total a collapse.
Here's their version of the tush push, and it's going to be successful as Esri will be pushed into the end zone on another Jackson Prep touchdown. With 4:34 to go here in the 2nd quarter, the misery continues, and it is now 34-6 here as we're inching toward the end of the 2nd quarter.
It's just tough to watch this. I mean, these explosive plays that Prep is running against our defense. I mean, we're not even two-hand touching these guys.
Extra point is up, and he may kick that to the woods again, and it's up and good. So with 4:34 to go on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard here in the 2nd quarter, it's all Jackson Prep 35, Lamar 6. Back in 30 seconds here on 97 OKK. All right, welcome back here, folks, with 4:34 to go here in the 2nd quarter. It's a house of horrors here in Flowood as Lamar trails at 35-6, and Lamar will get the football back here late in the 2nd quarter. It's going to be a line drive kick that Lamar will field back at the 6-yard line, and I think they're going to say, wow.
Yep.
They're going to say Slack was down. His knee touched down back at the 7-yard line. And, Drew, that right there, you put that in under a microscope, that describes the night that the old Raiders have had here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we went to pick the ball up, and Slack's knee touched the ground, and we will start this offensive possession at our own 6-yard line. And I tell you what, man, just – add that to the list of mistakes in the first half by our Lamar Raiders.
4:31 to go here in the 2nd. Lamar will start 1st and 10 from all the way back at their own 7-yard line. They're going to give it to Ashton Jones, and Jones is going to be punished. I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten back to the 7, 2nd and 10.
Well, like I said, with 4:15 left to go before halftime, Prep, defensively, they can get the way their offense is running here in the first half, they get a quick 3 and out right here. They got plenty of time.
2nd down and 10 from the 7. Play action fake. Sully's going to spin it down the field. It's caught. Nice catch near the 1st down marker by Whitcomb. He shakes a couple of tacklers, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. 1st down Lamar, 1st down Raiders, powered by our good friends over at David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
Yeah, Whitcomb on a deep curl route. A nice catch right there on the far side of the field, and a big 1st down by our Raiders.
All right, clock will stop out of the out-of-bounds play there. 3:53 to go before the half here, and Lamar trails at 35-6. Whitcomb is to the far side, Trotter to the near side right here. Another play-action fake, and Sully is eyeballing Trotter down the field, and he's going to run out of time, and he's going to be sacked back here at about the 16-yard line. So, and Lamar thought they fumbled the football, but they're going to say Sully's knee was down. So a sack and a big loss here, Drew. 2nd down and long coming up.
Yeah, they were able to give Prep's defense some credit right there. They got pressure on Sully. Sully tried to run it, but nice ankle tackle right there, and a big loss on 1st down of about 6-7 yards.
2nd and 16 officially on the board here at Patriot Field. Line of scrimmage back here at around the 17-yard line in Raider territory. Reed in the shotgun, obviously. Another play-action fake. Reed steps up, one-on-one coverage down here to Jalen Trotter, and Trotter goes up and makes the catch. Another Jalen Trotter catch, and he is going to signal first down. Lamar, first down Raiders at the Patriot 45-yard line. Boy, a lot of oohs and ahs here from the Patriot folks, and that is going to be a first down powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. Drew, you heard the oohs and ahs down there. They're like, whoa.
Yeah, that was a great throw and catch right there, and big play offensively.
Play action fake. Reed steps up, throws it down the field. Here's Jackson Whitcomb, and he dives out there. Not a bad ball there down to Whitcomb. Whitcomb tried to stretch out and make the play. Whitcomb is slow to get up on the play.
Get up.
And it's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up at the 45. Whitcomb came up very slowly on that play.
Yeah, I was concerned because he landed on that right shoulder pretty hard there. Really great, really good effort right there by Whitcomb, and unfortunately, it was an incomplete pass.
Here's Ashton Jones on the 2nd down carry, and he stumbles ahead to about the prep 42-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards, and that's going to bring up a pivotal 3rd down here for Lamar with a running clock at 2:38 and counting here in the 2nd quarter. Lamar trailing it, folks, 35-6.
Yeah, and right now, somehow, some way, it'd be nice for Lamar to, somehow get another big offensive play, some way, somehow get it in the end zone, get to halftime, trailing only 35-13.
Play action fake. Sully steps up, pocket collapsing, gets rid of it, and it's going to be incomplete. It looks like Gavin All, I think he slipped out of his route going there to the far side. That kind of threw off the timing of the play on the back end. So, Drew, that's going to set up a 4th down and 8 after the incompletion.
And the play was there.
Yeah.
I mean, that just another play that you can mark on a sheet of paper that's gone wrong for Lamar in the first half. I mean, it was just a simple out route. And he just kind of, I don't know, he just slipped. And if we catch it, that's a big play right there.
4th down and 8. Raiders will go for it at the prep 42, 43-yard line. And before the play, we've got motion, and Lamar jumps into the neutral zone, a false start, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and beyond 10 play coming up here for Lamar.
Yeah, and again, I mean, you're trailing 35-6 at this point. You got to go for it. And oh boy, what did we call here on 4th down and 13? Like I said, I'd like to see. I mean, the middle of the field's been pretty open when we dropped back to pass. See if we can get like a slant route, a square in, something like that.
Well, our skill guys, Drew, are going to be all Trotter and Whitcomb. Those have been kind of usual suspects here. Ashton Jones is going to be your running back, and Mims is the H-back. Play action fake. Sully steps up in the pocket. He may try to run with us as only option. And Sully's off to the races. 40, and he is down near the 36, and he is walloped for a 1st down at the prep 33-yard line. Move the chains for the Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
That's all Sully Reed right there.
Yeah.
Just 2nd and 3rd effort right there by Sully Reed. And a big play right there on 4th down and 13, and a scramble of about 15 yards. For Sully Reed right there. Move the sticks, Lamar. Ball spotted at the Jackson Prep 33-yard line.
Here's the handoff to Ashton Jones, and Jones trying to find running room, but he had nothing as he's going to be tackled at the 33. Now, remember, Lamar has 2 timeouts remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Drew, the clock's running at 1:40 and counting here before halftime.
Yeah, I mean, we've got time, but we got to start showing a little bit of urgency.
2nd and 10 from the prep 33-yard line here on the near hash, moving right to left on the radio end of things. Play action fake. Sully steps up, throws it down the field. He's got Trotter. Trotter makes the catch inside the 25, trying to juke and jive, and he is going to be tackled down by a host of Patriots. They're trying to yank the football away, and Jalen won't let him, and it's going to be near the 1st down marker down at the 23. We'll have to wait on the spot right here.
Yeah, I was a little concerned right there with our quarterback. Sully Reed was hit low after the throw, and I was scared because that's a dangerous play right there when you hit somebody low like that.
1st down Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. Just got the 10 yards he needed. At the 23 in Patriot territory, here's Ashton Jones on 1st down, and we got a penalty marker that came in as well at the end of the play. So let's check on the laundry after the 3-yard gain.
Where the flag was thrown, 9 times out of 10, it's usually it's either a hold on the offense, and that that appears to be the case as Lamar is backing up.
Officials discussing it, but I'm kind of like you, where it was thrown, pretty obvious of what this is going to be. So this is going to trip the Raiders up in field position back to the 33. So it'll be first down and 20 with 1:05 to go before halftime. The Raiders trailing on the board 35-6. Trotter in motion to the far side. They're going to fake the handoff to him. A little screen play down the field, and it is caught here by Whitcomb, and Whitcomb's off to the races. 15, 10, 5, and touchdown, Lamar! Touchdown, Raiders! We caught the Prepsters with their breeches around their ankles, and that's going to be a 33-yard score on the screen play, and Lamar is on the board here before the break. It's 35-12 with 53 seconds to go, and that touchdown this year, folks, that's a good one there for the Raiders, brought to you by Till Neal Animal Hospital.
Wow, that was a beautifully designed play offensively by our Raiders as it appears we're going for two, which I like this decision. Make it 35-14 with 53 seconds left. And, wow, that go back to that last play. Brought Trotter in motion, faked the reverse, and then flipped it back to the opposite side for a screen. Had a nice open field block down here which sprung Whitcomb, and an outstanding play call right there.
Sully in the shotgun on the two-point conversion attempt here. Sully will throw the football, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Whitcomb, and he had some pressure bearing down on him as well. So incomplete on the two-point conversion attempt. So with 53 seconds to go before halftime on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard, it is Prep 35, Lamar 12. And we'll keep things right here.
Yeah, a excellent offensive possession right there. A mixture of run with the pass. And Lamar, on about 8 or 9 plays on the drive, punches on the long screen pass, gets in the end zone. But, folks, I tell you what, you cringe when you looked at with 53 seconds left here before intermission. With the way our defense has played here tonight, I hate to say it, but that's plenty of time for Jackson Prep.
Morrow will be in to kick the football off at the 40-yard line here for Lamar. Here is the kick by Morrow, and it's going to be a relatively short kick that Prep will field at the 21. And the ball, it came free! Ball came free, and Lamar recovered it! Lamar recovered the fumble. It's Raider football. There's the banana peel slip back here at about the 22-yard line. Raiders will get the football back here with 46 seconds remaining before halftime. It's Prep 35, Lamar 12, and this is a big last few seconds for the Raiders on offense.
Wow, a huge turn of events possibly here late here in the second quarter as Lamar jumps on the fumble on the kickoff, and Lamar could punch another one in here late here. Because we got plenty of time.
And 2 timeouts. Play action fake. Reed is going for broke near the end zone, and it is incomplete. Ball came out of his hands. I saw it hit the pylon down there. So 2nd and 10 on the incompletion. That'll stop the clock now, folks, with 44 seconds before intermission here. And the Raiders have a couple of timeouts, remember, in their back pocket.
Again, I love the call. I mean, you got Jackson Prep down. Be aggressive. Take a shot. See if you could get one down the field. I love the call.
Skill guys on the field are going to be Trotter, Oates, and Whitcomb, and Mims, I believe, will be your H-man, and then Ashton Jones is the running back with Reed as your QB in the shotgun. Oates and Trotter to the near side, Whitcomb to the far side. Reed back to pass, looks, fires down the field, and it is intercepted. Right into the waiting arms of a defender, and he's off to the races. 20-25, and it'll be an open field tackle there by the Raiders and Ashton Jones. And Sully Reed, I don't know if it was a miscommunication of some sort, but there was only one man there, and that was a Prep defender. And that'll be a turnover for Lamar. Interception. Now Prep gets the ball back with 42 seconds left. And, Drew, that was a tough break for the Raiders after they got the fumble recovery.
Yeah, I mean, just when you thought that Lamar had a little bit of momentum here in the first half, as poorly as they played, to punch one in, here another one in late in the first half to cut it to 35 to possibly a 20 ball game. But just a bad decision all the way around offensively for Lamar right there, and an interception, and Prep takes over.
Parker is in motion out there to the far side, and I think there may have been a little bit of motion. I think I saw maybe the right tackle move on that play there for Prep. and that'll be a 5-yard mark off, so 1st and 15 for Prep here.
Wow. I mean, it's just I mean, and that's the thing. In the first couple of games that we've heard from the Prep side of things, they have turned the ball over a few times.
Yeah.
And if we could have punched one in there, get a cheap touchdown like right there, I mean, we're still somehow, some way in the ball game.
Pistol formation. Esri going back to pass. He's going to sling it down the field. He's got Parker wide open, and Parker is going to glide out of bounds up here to near the 47-yard line. And now Prep will hang on to 34 seconds remaining, 1st and 10, up near midfield.
Well, basically, all they got to get to about to the Lamar about 40, and they're in field goal range.
Yeah, because Adams can easily hit from 50 and then some. Esri back to throw. He's going for broke down the field, and it is nearly intercepted by Willis there. Willis was running one-on-one there with the receiver. Good coverage there by McHale on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I mean, folks, if you're just tuning in, Rob, we saw during the pregame show, we talked about it. I mean, they got a 5-star kicker. I mean, this young man from Prep was kicking them easily from 51, 52 yards out.
He got out to 58, and he was just short by a yard or two during pregame warm-ups earlier tonight. Now we got another penalty flag, and I think this may be another false start. Lamar's kind of clapping that it was, and it will indeed be another penalty. So if there's been any kind of bugaboos on the Prepsters tonight, they've had a handful of flags here or there.
Yeah, they've kind of shot themselves a couple times in the penalty department here in the first half for sure.
2nd and 15 back at the Prep 42-yard line here. Esri back to throw. He's looking. He's firing down the field, and it is almost completed. Boy, that went right through the hands of Parker. Good coverage down the field. Slack was about a half a yard behind him, but I think Slack may have bothered him a little bit from the back end, 3rd and 15. I tell you what, secondary's starting to pick things up a little bit in coverage.
Well, they are, because I thought they had us right there, because Parker, we've seen his speed a couple times here in the first half, and he's got elite speed. He ran a wheel route on the far side of the field, and again, another nicely thrown football right there. But better defensive play in the first for Lamar.
Little handoff right here. Good pursuit by Brown and Morrow. Morrow hit him first, and Brown made him pay the price the second time. And now the clock is going to stop, or they're signaling for it to stop at 16 seconds. And I think Lamar called a timeout there to maybe try to set up a return right here. No, they're going to say Prep called the timeout. Interesting here. Wow.
I was going to say that fourth. That
makes no sense.
None whatsoever. I have no idea. Well, folks, I tell you, if you're just tuning in, got some bad news for you. It's been all Prep here in the first half. They got up early on us early and often, and they really, other than a play here and a play there, offensively, Prep has just been rolling here tonight. We knew that they were going to come in angry after dropping their first 2 football games of the 25 campaign. And to be quite frank, guys, we just didn't match their intensity to start this ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll try to get you some other scores coming up here shortly. Some other big games around the MAIS tonight. Of course, we got a big one right up the road from us between Hartfield and MRA. That may be the game of the night in MAIS. And, of course, you got Leak taking on Jackson Academy up the road as well. Here's the punt, and it is a end-over-end kick by Adams that is going to take a big bounce for Prep, and they're going to let it die down inside the 15-yard line. So the Raiders will have 6 seconds. Well, the clock leaked down to 5, but I think you take a knee and get to the locker room.
I no question about it.
Yeah, don't.
Just take a knee and go straight to the locker room.
All right, Raiders will get ready to go on offense here. And like so, we expect them to slap a knee down and take this ball game to the locker room. Do got a one-score update here. Copiah leads Adams County 7-0 at the break. Of course, Copiah, a former team in our district before realignment. We'll see if we got anything else going on here. As Sully Reed's going to be in the shotgun here with 5 seconds remaining here, and the Raiders going to run a play here. And it's going to be a little bubble screen out there to the far side. It's going to get some okay yards beyond the 15, but that'll be about it, about a 4-yard gain. So we head to the halftime break, and Lamar is on the wrong end of this one, unfortunately. Lamar leads it at the break. Prep 35, Lamar 12. And when we return, we'll have your halftime report brought to you by Snowden & Company Real Estate and the Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock. And, of course, this quarter of Lamar Raider football has been powered by All-Star Team Sports. We'll take a break after 2 minutes. We'll return with the halftime show next here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment.
Going on right now for the Lamar cheerleading squad. Some pretty loud music coming out of the Jumbotron. Coach Beach and the girls are jamming it out here in Flowood tonight as they've been working hard all week. And I really encourage you folks, if you haven't had a chance to listen to the brand new Lamar Raider podcast over at the Lamar Spotify account, I had a chance to sit down with Coach Lauren Beach and Gracie Terry earlier this week on campus and talk about their competition coming up next week. So good luck to all those young ladies. They compete for a state championship next week. So. Well, Drew, it's been a tough night at the office so far. Lamar trailing at 35-12, and Prep will get the football to open up the third quarter here in just a few minutes. But saw a few highlights for Lamar. Thought we ran the football well behind Tyler Brown.
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, Tyler Brown, the few times he's touched the ball, I mean, he's in the running department, I mean, he's ran the ball hard. He's run the ball effective. And he's been one of the few bright spots offensively in the first half. This is a young man that is our starting middle linebacker, but Coach Jacob Land put him at running back here in the first half, and he came through, especially on that first touchdown for Lamar here in the first half. Run the ball like 5 or 6 times on the drive, got about 50 yards on the ground, and he's played really well. But folks, I tell you, it's just really, when you've seen how this first half has been played, you look up and Jackson Prep's got 35 points on the board, and it's like, it's not like they've driven the entire field. And what I mean by that is, it's not like they've had like 10, 12 play drives. It's been like 3 play drives, 75 yards, 2 plays, 70 yards. It's been 3 different possessions in the first half for Jackson Prep, where that has been the drive for them, and they've gone walked right on in the end zone. We have not defensively by far. This has been the poorest we've been all season long. I don't know. Obviously, we're not in the right lanes defensively. I mean, there's been busts left and right, up and down the field here in the first half, and Prep's made it look easy because it has looked easy, and that's why they've got such a big lead here at halftime. Guys, we still. We've looked. Offensively, it looked like in that second quarter we started to get some momentum, get some things going. If we could just get some stops defensively, we got an outside chance to get back in this ball game and make something interesting in the fourth quarter.
Do want to thank our sponsors of Lamar Raider Football. I had a chance to talk about them here tonight. Appreciate our good buddy Bernie Mitchell and Burns & Burns, of course, great folks there. Also, Mattress Express by Woodstock, Will Sweat Alpha Insurance, David Neal's Express Pharmacy, our first down sponsor this year. All the locations of Citizens National Bank, also Teal Neal Animal Hospital, Snowden & Company Real Estate, Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock, Trey Cross Agency, along with Weidman's. We'll have our player of the game later on tonight, powered by Weidman's. Of course, our tailgate sponsor when we're at Gray Cobb Field is brought to you by East Mississippi Oral and Facial Surgery, All-Star Team Sports, Insurance Advisory Group, and Van Zyverden. Appreciate all those folks for being on board with us all year long here on OKK on our broadcast. But Lamar trailing it here 35-12 here at the break. Of course, we mentioned the state MAIS cheer and dance competition. That's going to be at the Jackson Coliseum. It'll be on September the 10th. That'll be next week. So good luck to our ladies, and wish them all the best. And, Drew, I wanted to mention the cheer and dance squad. We had several members that were picked as all-stars. They will get a chance to cheer at the All-Star Games for football in December. Awesome. So they'll get to be a part of that coming up in December. So wanted to recognize them real quick, but you can get all that information on the Raider Report podcast that we recorded earlier this week. But taking a peek at college football this week, folks, just to kind of be honest with you.
It's a lame slate.
Week 2 is not that great.
It's pretty lame.
There's a few decent games in the mix, but we'll look at the Southeastern Conference real quick. Texas, to get your thoughts, they're going to play San Jose State this week, kind of a tomato can, but your thoughts after week 1 for Texas?
Well, I mean, and I said it the other night, the game, everybody was talking, I'd already given Arch Manning the Heisman and all that, first round. Let him play. Let's see. Well, Ohio State, Ohio State had a game plan for him last week. And look, Arch Manning's going to be good, but he's going to be really good. But let's let him play a few games first before we start giving him all these awards.
A&M's got Utah State. You got Georgia. Has got Austin Peay. Like I said, this is a very not great schedule. Tennessee is hosting East Tennessee State. Missouri, Kansas. That's kind of a sneaky, decent football game. Mizzou's got that one at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon on ESPN2. Missouri's a team nobody talks a lot about. They may be one of those sneaky teams this year in the Southeastern Conference.
Well, I mean, Missouri, they came on the scene, like I said, the last 2 years, and Drinkwitz has got something brewing in Columbia.
Florida's got South Florida, and let's see, Arkansas State. I love it when the in-state schools play each other. I think it's good for the state. So
I totally agree. I think South Florida's going to give Florida all they want tomorrow.
Louisiana Tech and LSU is another in-state ball game. You got to like it. South Carolina State and South Carolina. Ball State and Auburn. Vanderbilt and Virginia Tech. That ball game's on the schedule tomorrow night at 6:30. Vanderbilt trying to go to 2-0.
Yeah, that's going to be a low-scoring, ugly ball game. I have a feeling that's a game that in which that's going to be right up Vanderbilt's alley. Have you ever seen? If you've never seen Diego Pavia play for quarterback for Vanderbilt, y'all are in for a treat. That young man is an exciting football player. It's fun to watch for sure.
Alabama host UL Monroe tomorrow night, 6:45. They have been the talk of the SEC and the country all week. Does Alabama have 70 million reasons to get a new football coach? That's all they've been talking about. But, man, Alabama, they need to get out to a fast start tomorrow night.
Yeah, I mean, they do. And like I said, Alabama needs to do a lot of things a lot better tomorrow. after what we saw last Saturday. And look, I'll give credit where credit's due. I came on there at halftime last week, and I thought, Florida State, no chance, blah, blah, blah. And by God, Florida State proved me wrong. And, boy, I tell you what, Florida State looks completely night and day different from what they did last year.
You should have been at my house last weekend. It was, how about them Knowles?
Yeah,
she had every reason to be happy. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Michigan, Oklahoma. Game day is going to be there tomorrow. It's a 6:30 game on ABC tomorrow night. Oklahoma, Michigan. It's a game where it's kind of measuring stick for both these teams, kind of find out where they are. Underwood's a heck of a football player. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Oklahoma, we're going to find out where they're at.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like I said, that's going to be in my opinion, that's going to be a coin toss game. I think games in Norman, like I said, this is a make or break year for Venables at Oklahoma. And, they got that really good quarterback that came in, Mateer, from the transfer portal. They've also added a lot of defensive players on that side of the ball. The game's in Norman. I think Oklahoma will take Oklahoma against the Michigan tomorrow night.
Ole Miss at Kentucky tomorrow. That'll be the 2:30 game over on ABC. This is a revenge game for the Rebs as they try to avenge that shocking loss last year to the Wildcats in Oxford. That was a game that really caught everybody by surprise. I don't think that Lane Kiffin and the Rebels are going to let that happen again.
I don't either. I know a lot of people are saying that it's going to be a sneaky good game tomorrow. I don't.
I think it's going to be a blowout.
I think Ole Miss goes to Lexington and lays them out early.
And then, Drew, a big one in Starkville tomorrow night. Mississippi State under the lights in Starkville. It's a blackout night. They're going to wear the black uniforms tomorrow night against Arizona State. Arizona State, a top 10 team coming in. State got off to a nice start by winning at Southern Miss. It didn't look pretty at times. A lot of penalties, a lot of discipline in that department. But Bulldogs looked a lot better with 60 new faces on that roster. But a big test tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's, as you said, a measure stick kind of game to see where State's improved. Have they really improved? And, a big key in that game for me is that for Mississippi State, for them to pull off a big upset, they've got to contain the quarterback from Arizona State.
Yeah.
If they allow him to use his legs and run up and down that football field, guys, State doesn't have a chance. They've got to contain him, and because you're not going to stop the guy. He's a really good quarterback, but he's really good because the young man can run the football, and if he gets loose and State doesn't have an answer, it's going to be a long one in Starkville tomorrow night.
You know what kind of defense, if I were the staff at State, that I would go against Arizona State with that type of quarterback? If you watch the second half of the Cowboys-Eagles game last night, Jalen Hurts likes to run the football all over the field. When Dallas played more of a spy on him and had more of a zone look against Philadelphia last night, that game was a lot tighter than we thought it was going to be. But State's going to have guys like Isaac Smith on that side of the ball, their leader on defense, be a spy on him all night. But it's going to be a big challenge for that defense. Offensively for State, they got a lot of toys in the playpen to play with at running back. And I tell you what, Booth's pretty good, and a couple of the other customers behind him are pretty good too. And Chapin, when Chapin spins the bean, he's not too bad. So.
Oh, ain't no question about it.
Yeah.
I think State's going to give Arizona State all they want and then some. But I think as the game gets closer to the fourth quarter, Arizona State, pulls away.
And then you got to remember Arizona State coming to Mississippi, humidity.
Sure.
They got to and dealing with the bells, and of course the comment that the coach made earlier this week about Starkville and hotels too. I imagine when you look at the crowd tomorrow night, there's going to be a bunch of signs up there. So it's going to be that atmosphere that they're going to have to deal with. And remember, State went out to Arizona last year and only lost that ball game 30-23. So and that was against a 2-10 ball club last year.
If Arizona State shows up and puts that game away that early and often, they'll win the game. The longer Arizona State keeps Mississippi State in it as we get later, advantage Mississippi State.
Absolutely, because if you look at the upcoming schedule for Mississippi State, if they are somehow, some way able to pull that thing off tomorrow night, you got two very winnable games after that, and you could be looking at two possible wins away from being bowl eligible, and who would have thought that? over 2 years ago with the mess that State's been in since the passing of Mike Leach. But it'll be quite interesting. And, of course, we mentioned the NFL started last night. The other NFL game is going tonight between the Chiefs and the Chargers in Brazil, of all places. I know your opinion about that.
Blah.
Halftime, Chargers 13, Chiefs 6 at the half. So that's an interesting ball game right now. And, of course, the Saints open up the season on Sunday as the charge for number 1 goes.
Yeah, I forgot. I tell you, man,
it's going to be a long year in New Orleans. Long year.
I think it's going to be a long couple.
If they
years.
win a game, I'll be shocked. It's going to be a long year.
Yeah, so don't be surprised to see New Orleans in the running for at least one of the first 2 or 3 picks in next year's draft.
And probably the best NFL game of the weekend is probably going to be that Sunday night game between Baltimore and Buffalo. That's probably your game of the weekend right there. But, folks, football's back. High school, college, pro. It's a buffet of football for you this weekend. So, well, folks, that's going to wrap things up for our halftime report. Big thanks once again to our friends at Snowden & Company Real Estate and the Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock. We're going to step away for another 2-minute timeout, and when we return, we'll get things kicked off for the third quarter here at Patriot Field in Flowood with your Lamar Raiders trailing at the break 35-12. Back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
All right, welcome back here to Patriot Field here at Jackson Prep as we're just moments away from getting into third quarter activity with your Lamar Raiders trailing at the break 35-12. Of course, your upcoming third quarter is brought to you by All-Star Team Sports. If you're looking for Lamar Raider apparel, stop by and see Jason and the great staff over at All-Star Team Sports near downtown Meridian. Well, Drew, as we get ready to go here in the third quarter, Prep will get the football to start things off here in the third quarter, and somehow Lamar's got to stop them on defense eventually. I mean, you got to get a stop somehow, some way.
You know, I'm going to, like I said, as Lamar trails 35-13 as we're getting ready to start the third quarter, the one thing I'm going to look at here as here early in this third quarter, are we going to compete here to open up the third quarter, or are we going to be ready to get on the bus? And that, I mean, that's really, I mean, if we compete and we and play Lamar Raider football, you know, we can get back in this game. We've got to believe we can get back in this game and have a chance, a fighting chance in the fourth quarter. But what we can't have is what we saw in the first half when Prep gets the ball, 3 plays, 75 yards, 2 plays, 80 yards, and another 4 or 5 play drive for 70 yards. I mean, the explosive, the huge chunk plays in the first half by Prep, I mean, that's just guys on defense not knowing what we're doing. I mean, you cannot have the type of plays defensively and expect to pull off an upset on the road here in Flowood. You just can't. And guys, I mean, that's just the facts. I mean, and give a lot of credit to Prep. I mean, look, we knew they were going to come in a little angry. I mean, they're 0-2. And they had to have tonight, and we should have matched that, knowing they were going to come in with guns a-blazing. We should have tried, matched their intensity, and we didn't. But offensively for Jackson Prep, folks, we got to find a way to stop Josh Parker. He just absolutely killed us in the first half. Also, Thomas Hewitt Oakswald, the running back, the one that busted one right up the gut for 65 in the second quarter. Guys, the speed for Jackson Prep has always been there. They're never going to be slow, but that's why staying in our gaps, staying in our lanes defensively, and playing assignment-free football. That's why when the play is there to make the tackle, we've got to make the tackle.
Both teams are back out here warming up. Raiders just joined strength and conditioning coach. Of course, I cannot say enough about the job that the sleeveless man has done down there. I had to pick on him. He was wearing his sleeveless hoodie again here tonight. And, of course, I tell you what, the coaching staff, they were squared in on this ball game here tonight as well. And what is your message at the break? I mean, I'm kind of like you. Get out here and compete. Make this a long ball game.
Right.
Don't just fold the tents up and say, well, let's score a couple of touchdowns. Let's get the clock running. Let's go to the house. I would love to see us be here to 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Absolutely.
And make it life a little bit more tough on these folks.
I mean, if you lose, okay, you lose. Okay, fine. But, I mean, go down swinging, go down, compete your tail off, and come back and make things interesting here in the second half. And it just was frustrating because we played so well, the first two ball games defense, especially on the defensive side of the ball, and to see us show up and play like that, that's what's shocking.
Yeah,
is just the assignment bust that we had, the many times that it's just like we didn't know what we were doing out there on the defensive side of the ball.
All right, as Lamar will get set to kick this football away, the aforementioned Josh Parker is one of the returners back there for Jackson Prep, and he is joined back there by number 1. That is Peter Primos, who's done a pretty good job in defense at corner here tonight. He's been kind of matched up with Jalen Trotter on a handful of plays, and, of course, I believe Mario will probably be your kickoff man here momentarily for the Lamar School Raiders.
And, you go back to a play. Remember the kickoff that Jackson Prep fumbled, and right there under a minute, we get the ball sitting pretty. Jackson Prep tried to give us a touchdown late in the second quarter, but we turn around and we throw an interception. I mean, it could have been 35 to 19 or 20 right now, and if that, but we just didn't get it done, folks. We probably had in the first half more mistakes in the first half than we had in the first two games combined.
All right, looks like it'll be Cross actually to kick it away here. Logan Cross, the new place kicker for Lamar, will be in to kick this one away at the 40-yard line. So third quarter is now underway, brought to you by All-Star Team Sports, and this will be a bouncer over toward Parker, who's having a hard time picking the football up at the 12, but he'll finally field it and be cut off his sticks at about the 21, 22-yard line. So that's where Prep will start out shop now, 1st and 10, 35-12. Prep leads at Lamar on defense to start the third quarter.
Again, for Lamar defense, show some fight, show some enthusiasm, compete.
James Ross with a nice special teams tackle on that last play. Line of scrimmage will be here on the near hash, moving left to right on the radio end here for Prep at their own 21-yard line. Esri in the shotgun now. He's got a host of receivers here on the near side. And, yeah, one of those receivers moved a touch early. It's pretty darn obvious. The man that was closest to the line of scrimmage got about a half a yard start right there.
Yeah, and like I said, First and down and 15 right here. It's exactly, if you're defensive for Lamar, you want to see, Lamar get a stop here.
All right, so after the 5-yard mark off, I will say this about Prep. Now, they have had a handful of penalties here tonight. We talked about some of those flags back in the first half. The thing about it is Lamar has not made them pay the price for it yet. 1st and 15 now. They'll mark it back to the 16 now for Esri and Jackson Prep. Esri play action fake. He's back to pass. He's got a man wide open, and that is Parker, and he makes the catch, runs into the official, and he is in a foot race with Samuel Roberts, and he is going to win the foot race all the way down the field. One play, bingo, touchdown, Jackson Prep, and now Prep has extended their lead now to 41-12. And, man, Parker, you just can't stop him right now.
Just like I said, his speed just ran right by us, and the quarterback for Prep, I mean, this young man threw a nice high pass with a nice spiral down the field. Luke Esri, I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better ball right there.
I tell you what, he looks pretty good, but doesn't he?
Yeah. One play for Jackson Prep, touchdown.
And the extra point is kicked to the moon, and that is up and good. So 11:39 to go. Just that quick on an 84-yard strike from Esri to Parker, and Jackson Prep has extended the score now to 42-12. And we'll keep things right here. That's the newest score on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, it's just wow.
Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail.
And right now we're getting. We're getting.
It's just tough.
We're getting it taken.
Well, and folks, we said in the pregame we've been unfortunately. I get kind of tired of coming to Flowood and having to be a part of these games, but it's tough. It is very, very tough on this end to bring you these ball games. But hey, we're here no matter what.
Yep.
Adams will be in to kick from the 40. You've got Slack and you've got Roberts out there. That shows you how fast Parker is. If he's able to outrun Samuel Roberts, that tells you how fast he is, because Roberts is probably the fastest guy on Lamar's football team. And that was going to be kicked over near the tailgate area for another touchback. So Lamar will start in kind of familiar territory at their own 20-yard line.
And that throw just a minute ago by Luke Esri for Prep. I mean, it
was pretty.
That was you could not have thrown a better ball right there.
So Sully will bring the troops out here from the 20-yard line. Raiders going to move right to left, trailing by 30 now, 42-12. Remember, folks, the MAIS rule is once you get to that 35-point threshold, that's when the clock will now run, but we're not quite in that window yet. I'm like you. Let's don't get into that window. Let's make life hard here. Reed's going to throw it, but it's going to skip into the turf. And he had Whitcomb on a little curl route out there, Drew, but he just kind of hopped it to him incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like here late Prep got some pressure on Sully right there, and that probably had a lot to do with the throw being low, but incomplete pass, second down 10.
From the 20 here goes Sully in the offense, and kind of I wouldn't say a complete huddle, kind of one of them sugar huddles right there. Oates, Whitcomb, and Trotter out to the far side. Here's Ashton now on the handoff, and he is going to slip down. Actually, he might have got some yardage up to about the 21. So that's going to bring up third down and 9.
Yeah, it's just, again, a short run right there on second down. Sets up Lamar third down and long, and that's something that, we've been in a lot here tonight, these third and long situations.
42-12, Jackson Prep leads it. They got a one-play, 84-yard drive just moments ago to push the score to 30 points. Reed on third down and 9, play action fake, steps up. He's under pressure again. He eludes it, and he's going to throw it up the field back across the middle, and it is nearly caught by Whitcomb up near the 40-yard line. He had Trotter in the area as well, but his target was Whitcomb, and that'll be incomplete. A very quick 3 and out for the Raider offense, and Sully Reed in the special teams unit will come in to punt it away.
Yeah, I mean, it's just right there. I mean, that was kind of scary right there as Sully rolled to his right to buy himself some time, but then he kind of threw that one across his body back toward the middle of the field, and that's dangerous when you're a quarterback and you do that, because a lot of times that's going to be an interception.
Sully's going to be standing back at his 9-yard line to get set to punt this thing away. And guess who? Parker is back to return, standing inside of his own 45. It's a kick to the other end of the field. Yeah, kick it away from Parker. That's a pretty good idea. That's going to bounce out of bounds just past the 50 into Prep territory. They'll mark it out of bounds, Drew, at the 47. 10:39, and the clock is already running. They may have agreed to go ahead and let the clock, they leak some seconds. A little Bobby Madden treatment here at Patriot Field tonight. 30-point lead here for Jackson Prep as they go to work on offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said. I mean, as Parker is coming off the field, and you probably, like I said, you're up 42-12. You probably, if you're the coach from Prep, you're getting ready to start going to your bench.
They're going to run the football here. It's going to be Wade Smith on the carry there. And it looks like he's going to get a couple yards. We saw him back in the first quarter earlier tonight. Like I said, they got a bevy of folks they can put back there. They're going to mark it just shy of the Patriot 49-yard line. Moving left to right goes Prep here with a 30-point lead as we approach 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Man in motion down here to the near side by us. Play action fake. He's looking that direction. Ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Good job. I don't know which Raider got his hand on it. May have been Brown. Shocker, it's Tyler Brown on another play as he tips it away, and it'll be 3rd down and 8 coming up.
Yeah, nice defensive play right there for our Lamar Raiders on 2nd down. Sets up a 3rd down and 8 coming up for Prep. And they're going to throw the ball right here, but don't be surprised. Like I said, they've opened up the deep ball down the field. Don't be shocked if they try to run it here and try to trick us and get a 1st down.
5 wide receivers, 4 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Empty backfield for Esri. Low snap. He digs it out of the turf, looks down the field. He's got a man down there, but he overshoots him by about a yard down there. Slack was on the coverage on the intended target down the field for the Raiders defensively. So look at this. Looks like they may be sending the punting unit on. So, hey, it's a stop. Lamar gets a stop on 3rd down, so it'll be 4th down and 8. Punting situation coming up for Prep.
Yeah, I thought I really thought on 3rd down play by Prep because they had, they'd come out and 5 wide receivers, something that they don't do really a lot, and I thought that had maybe a quarterback sneak, a quarterback design draw.
Slack and Trotter will be standing back at around their own 15-yard line waiting on the punt from the all-world kicker Eli Adams. Let's see how far this thing goes. As it's a clean snap to him, and it's going to be a beautiful kick. End-over-end kick that Lamar will field cleanly on a fair catch at about the 18, 19-yard line. So with 9:41 to go here in the third quarter on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard, it reads Jackson Prep 42, Lamar 12, as Sully and the offense will get ready to go here in just moments.
Well, I mean, and I hate to even bring this up, but, with Lamar down 30, we all know how important Sully Reed is. If this score doesn't get any better here pretty soon, when do you start thinking about putting a cap on some of our guys?
Absolutely, because it's a long season.
That's
you know
right.
it. Reed in the shotgun, 1st and 10 just inside the 20, and Ashton Jones, I believe, is the tailback, and he's going to be punished in the backfield. Actually, check that. That was Samuel Roberts who got checked down in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss, and just good penetration up front by the interior guys for Prep.
Nothing. There was nothing that our running back could have done right there. I mean, it's just too much penetration in Lamar's backfield, and a loss of about 4 on the play, 2nd down, 14.
Ball just beyond the Lamar 15-yard line from the far hash mark here for Sully in the offense now. Play action fake. Reed steps up, throws it down the field, and Trotter is going to make the catch. And he's off to the races. And Jalen is at the 30, the 25, the 20, fighting off the defender. And he is going to get in. Touchdown Lamar. Touchdown Raiders. Jalen Trotter goes the distance, and Lamar scores a touchdown on a big pass up the field. We're going to call that 85 yards from Reed to Trotter, and Trotter was just kind of coasting down the field. I think he may have tweaked something down the field as well. But that touchdown right there, of course, is going to be powered by Teal Neal Animal Hospital. I think Jalen may have tweaked something running down the field right there.
Yeah, he definitely did. He's not 100%. If I'm a trainer, I'm looking at him right now. Great explosive play right there by Lamar as we punched in the end zone right there and PAT is up. The PAT is good, and the score now is Jackson Prep 42, Lamar 19. But I'm concerned right now with Jalen Trotter because that he definitely, it appeared from up here, he was not running, Robbie, 100%.
We're going to take a timeout here. 8:51 to go in the third. Lamar trailing 42-19 here on 97 OKK. Raiders getting set to kick the football away here, now trailing 42-19 after the 85-yard strike from Sully Reed to Jalen Trotter. Cross with the PAT. Ensuing kickoff is going to be covered quite well by the Raiders on special teams. Prep will be drugged down at about the 25-yard line. Drew, you had your eyes glued to Jalen Trotter during the commercial break. It's amazing to me that Jalen was able to run the length of the field and score. He was fighting off one defender with his right arm going down the field, and that's just a pure athlete to fight off a defender and score on a hand check. But the biggest concern is Trotter. He is still flexing his legs over there.
Yeah, I'm just hoping, praying that this wasn't a hamstring, any type of hamstring. This maybe it's just a cramp, but he pulled up at about the 25-yard line. Look, a great throw and catch. I mean, from Sully Reed to Jalen Trotter.
Here's Oswalt on the first down carry. Good job by that Raider defense to stack him up near the line of scrimmage. Actually, they're going to give him about a yard pickup to about the 27, 2nd and 9. And Trotter's had a big night tonight.
Yeah. And I'm watching. I've been kind of watching on the far sideline. I mean, they've been trying to stretch him out. So that kind of tells me it might have been a cramp.
May have been, hopefully so.
So hopefully that's good news.
2nd down and 9 now for Jackson Prep at their own 27-yard line, moving left to right. Now leading Lamar 42-19. Man in motion to the near side here for Prep. They're going to hand it off to Oswald again. And nice job by Hamp Parala and the Raiders right there of stacking things up near the 30-yard line. I tell you what, Hamp is getting better and better and better. Number 11 for the Raiders.
No question. Hamp Parala is going to be a crucial piece for this defense this year as we get into the conference play.
Because it can't always be Marin Brown.
No.
I mean, it's got to be a third guy.
It's all of them.
Yeah.
But like I said, Hamp's going to be a crucial piece.
3rd down and 5. Big play here for the Lamar defense to try to get their offense back on the field. And Lamar, did they jump into the neutral zone? Sure did. And from our vantage point, that's going to be a first down. Wow.
If it's not, it's going to be barely short.
That's tough.
It may be close enough for at least a measurement.
Well, hang on just a minute here. They're bringing the opposite official. This has been a crew that has have talked things through thoroughly here tonight. Of course, we had that inadvertent whistle back in the first half.
They've done a great job.
Yeah.
They've been on things tonight.
False start on Jackson
Wow.
Prep, so they got together and said that Jackson Prep is the one that moved and initiated Lamar jumping into the neutral zone. So now that makes it 3rd and 10 here. Big play for the Lamar defense. Got to get off the field. You got a little bit of momentum in your corner right now.
Absolutely, a big play here. Get a stop and get your offense back on the field.
3rd and 10 for Lamar's defense. Line of scrimmage back near the 26. Esri back to throw. Looks. He's firing it deep up the field. He's got a man down there, and it is caught.
Got him.
And that's going to be a touchdown for Jackson Prep. A bomb goes down the field. Willis was there with him one-on-one, and the receiver there for Jackson Prep just made a play. That is Aiden Rowe, the 6'3 senior. It was one-on-one down the field, and Rowe won it. And Jackson Prep responds by punching another one into the end zone with 7:17 to go here in the third quarter, 48-19. Wow.
Story of the night.
It's been a tough night.
Story of the night. Too many big plays from Prep, and we just don't have an answer, guys. I don't know what else to say.
Adams will be in to attempt the extra point here to try to make it a 30-point deficit again. See if we can block one. See if this can go right here. Well,
Oh, you missed it.
he hooked it. Wow.
Yeah.
Superman has got some kryptonite out there, so the young man Adam shanked one. So the PAT is no good with 7:17 to go in the third quarter on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard. It reads Jackson Prep 48, Lamar 19. Back in 30 seconds right here on your home for Raider football, 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
All right, welcome back inside the broadcast as the kickoff will go into the end zone. Shocker. And Lamar will take over at their own 20-yard line. That was a big backbreaker right there for the Raider defense. Lamar had Jackson Prep pinned back at their own 25-yard line on 3rd and 10. And a big play goes down the field to a row. And 85 yards later, it was 75 yards rather, touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, Jackson Prep offensively, man, it's just they're just dropping back and dropping bombs like bombs over Baghdad, and we can't do anything tonight. I mean, it's just they're just killing us with all these explosive plays. I mean, and some of them we're right there. But some things we're trying. We just can't knock the ball down tonight.
Reed back in at quarterback from the 20. Here's the handoff to Kari Towner, and Towner trying to fight tooth and nail to get what he can, and he's going to get maybe a yard and a half at most. Second down and about 8.5 coming up here.
Well, I mean, folks, with 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter, Jackson Prep leads at 48-19. Listen, as we said it during the halftime break, compete, fight hard, and we have seen. I mean, we are fighting. We're fighting here in the second half. Let's just finish the game strong, and let's see what happens.
Play Raider football. Play to your standards. Here's the handoff to Towner and Kari. Strong run across the 25 up to near the 26-yard line. That'll make it third down and manageable coming up for the Raiders.
And at third down and 5, you can run anything you want in the playbook. But when it's 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14, 3rd and long, as we got an official timeout on the field with 6:20 left to go here in the third quarter, we're obviously going to keep it right here with Prep beating our Lamar Raiders 48-19. Again, I mean, you got it 3rd down and management. You can run anything you want in the playbook. There's 3rd down and 4 here. I'd like to see us maybe, a square in, a curl route here, an easy throw that the defense, that's the type of play that's really hard for the defense to stop.
Don't forget, folks, we'll be back on the road next week. Yeah, 3 of the first 4 games on the road this season for Lamar. We'll be up just north of Columbus next week to take on Caledonia. Yeah, a little public versus private matchup next week as we'll have broadcast time at 6:30 with Coach Jacob Land, and then kickoff there against Caledonia will be at 7 o'clock next Friday night. So that'll be probably the longest road trip of the year just north of Columbus. And, Drew, I'll be honest with you, I think a certain restaurant's going to be calling my name next Friday.
Yeah, I think we might hit one of our
usual stops.
Yeah, one of our favorite restaurant stops. We hit one that here right down the road earlier. Good place, Georgia Blue.
I'm still full from that. It was good. 3rd down and 4. After the officials' timeout, that was our heat break here in the third quarter. And Towner's going to get 8 alive, and he is not going to get any yardage. He's going to lose yardage back to about the 23-yard line. So it'll be 4th down, and obviously punting situation coming up.
Yep, and I mean, like I said, I honestly, I mean, we've the few times we've ran the ball on third down and 4 and 5, we've ran it pretty well, but right there, just too much penetration in Lamar's backfield by Prep. and a loss of about 3 on the play, lost 3 or 4. And Lamar appears to be punting.
Sully's going to be standing back at about the 10-yard line. Guess who? Parker back to return. And Sully looks like he might try to angle this kick again, and he will to the opposite sideline. Parker's going to get away from it, and it's going to roll dead. Nice kick there by Sully, and I think it may have touched Jackson Prep. I think it touched Jackson Prep, and if that's the case, Lamar's got the football. No, they're going to say it did not touch Jackson Prep. It's going to stay with Jackson Prep, first down. And, boy, the official was very emphatic by slamming the football down at the 37 as the Raiders, I don't know what that was about. The official slammed the football down right in front of Lamar. That was not very classy.
Well, it was right there on the Lamar side of the field. He might have heard something.
Yeah, but still, don't slam the football down. Got to have thick skin.
Yep. Well, folks, if you're just tuning in, and it's been all prep tonight, folks. I mean, we knew coming in tonight Lamar was a heavy underdog on the road, especially against these guys. I mean, they've had a lot of guys, a lot of teams numbered through the years, but we just cannot seem to, we just every time Lamar and Jackson Prep get together, it's usually it's a numbers game with them, and tonight they just jumped all over us in the first quarter, led 21-0, and never really looked back. And Lamar offensively has played pretty well, but
it looks like here. Hang on just a minute. I thought there for a. What was that? The official just gave some kind of a signal, but it's going to still be prep football. So regardless, it's going to stay where we're at. So thought there for a moment we were going to get the football back.
But anyway, like I said, folks, if you're just tuning in, it's Jackson Prep 48, Lamar 19.
Essery from the 39 in prep territory. They're going to hand it off to Smith, and he's got a big lane to run through on that far side. He's going to be gang tackled just across the 50. That was Wade Smith, and he'll be taken down just across the 50 at the Lamar 49. Gain of just over 10, first down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, we don't have any official stats up here, but I'm just telling you, the Prep's offense probably right now is approaching 500 yards total offense.
It's been that kind of night.
Yeah.
It's been the explosive play that has really hurt Lamar here tonight, and now we're going to get another penalty marker. I'll tell you what, when Coach Goodwin goes back and looks at this film for Prep, that's going to be a 5-yard motion penalty on Prep. If they're going to beat folks like MRA and Hartfield, they got to clean some of this up right here. The penalties have been mounting up on them tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's easy to say that, 48-19, but still, there's a lot of penalty markers.
I know what you're saying. I mean, they've had some sloppy moments as well. But like I said, when you're up 48-19, that's, you always, you'll find some stuff that went wrong. And this coaching staff definitely would not like the penalties.
They're going to keep it on the ground. Nice job by that Raider defense. And if I had to guess, I'm imagining Mr. Brown is going to come out of there, and he does with another tackle. And, boy, he really walloped that young man there. That was Smith, who comes out very slow after Brown. I'm going to say it, he kind of punched him in the mouth and drove him down right there, literally almost. That's going to be a loss of 3.
Yep, and right now, we got him backed up in second down and long situation, but again, beware of the pass right now.
Second down, and they're going to call it 17 down there in the field from the Prep 44-yard line.
More than I thought.
Yeah. Smith is going to keep it on the ground. Man, what a move back here toward the inside. He's going to gain all of it back and then some, and he's going to get a first down out of bounds at the Lamar 35-yard line. My goodness, what a run.
What a move.
That was a great move.
I mean, that move here, right, just around the 45-yard line, just left the guy, picking up his strap. Just simply made a really good move and moved the sticks once again for Jackson Prep. And ball first and 10 at the Lamar 35-yard line.
Clock is running at 3:46 and counting here in the third quarter. Smith is going to get another handoff again. He eludes Tyler Brown, and he's going to get inside the 30, and he's off to the races, and he will get into the end zone for another Prep touchdown. That'll be a 35-yard score by Smith, and now the score is in that 35-point threshold, so now the clock will officially run here tonight at Patriot Field.
Yeah, Smith was able to get to the edge on the far side, and once he did that, he cut it up the field, made a good move, and it was fight song time for Jackson Prep.
As extra point coming up here from Eli Adams. He has missed here tonight. I was very shocked when he hooked that one earlier when he missed it off there to the far side there. Snapback is clean. The kick is on the way, and this one is to Kingdom Come and then some. So we'll keep things right here now, folks, because we have a running clock for the rest of tonight because, remember, MAIS rules state when you get into that 35-point window, the mercy rule is now on, and the clock will roll here the rest of the night. And we still are in the third quarter, but obviously the fourth is going to roll pretty quick here tonight.
Yeah, like I said, that's probably a good thing. Like I said, like I said, we, coming in tonight, we knew it was going to be a tall task.
Yeah, it always is.
And like I said, it's a game that's always, from year in, year out. More times than not, it's going to be on our schedule. We're always going to have to play it and get through it. And it's just tonight. It's been Jackson Prep from the opening kickoff.
So with the running clock, folks, it reads 2:20, and it is continuing to roll, obviously. No stoppage unless there's a timeout or some stoppage by the officials. Raiders will have a couple of men back deep to return. Looks like it's Slack and Roberts back at about the 5 to await the return here, and I'm pretty sure Adams is going to kick it to somebody's grill out there, and it will be fielded by Slack inside the 5. Back out to the 10. He's at the 15. Slack, decent return across the 20 up to around the 23. So pretty decent job there by Slack on the return. Raiders will get to work on offense down 55-19 with a running clock here in the mercy rule, 1:40 and rolling here in the third quarter.
Well, I would hope, and it's just I would love to see some of these younger guys for Lamar start getting trickling into this football game. Get some of these other guys, I mean, because obviously the game's officially out of hand, and I just don't want to see Sully Reed or somebody like Jalen Trotter's already left with a cramp. I don't want to see anybody get seriously hurt.
Here's Ashton Jones on the first down carry, and he'll get it up to near the 24-yard line. That'll be a couple of yards pickup with the running clock now. We're approaching 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter tonight.
Yeah, I just, like I said, Sully Reed is very important, and I just don't want to see someone, I know the competitor in Sully Reed's going to compete to the final whistle, and I don't want to see him. He's got to understand. He's got to be smart.
From the 24-yard line on second down and 8, they're going to hand it off to Ashton Jones again, and he will get up to near the 25, pickup of 1, and that is more than likely going to be the final play of the third quarter. Well, it's been one of those nights we've had, unfortunately, from a Lamar standpoint over the years. This has never been a fun trip, and the 2025 edition has not been a fun one.
It's been miserable.
Looks like the Raiders will try to run one final play, and they will. Reed will toss the ball up there, and it's going to be incomplete, in and out of the hands of Whitcomb. And I got to tell you one thing about this Prep secondary. They've been pretty darn good tonight.
They have been phenomenal, Robbie. I mean, this is a really good secondary. Well, folks, that's going to do it for 3 quarters of play from Flowood. And it's been all Jackson Prep here tonight, guys. 55-19. It will take 1 minute. You're listening to Lamar Raider football right here on 97 OKK.
All right, welcome back to the fourth quarter. The clock is already running here in the fourth quarter with Lamar in a mercy rule now, trailing 55-19. Sully Reed's going to punt this away, and Parker is going to call for a fair catch. Could have had a return on that, but Drew, I think Prep recognizes the situation, and they're going to call for the fair catch. And Prep will have it 1st and 10 from their 36. And I imagine we're going to see a new quarterback here. I saw one warming up a few moments ago.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to put this young man. If we've seen the last of
Esri,
Luke Esri, the quarterback from Prep, then that's good by me because he's going to be in my nightmares tonight. He is just absolutely he's got a heck of a deep ball, a nice ball down, vertical ball down the field, and he's got several good receivers that catches it. But Esri, he must have thrown for over three bills plus here tonight.
Looks like Bittner is the quarterback. Number 12, Blake Bittner, the junior, 6'1", 170. Kind of a tall, lean body, and they got a new running back into the ball game. It's going to be 33 as the Lamar's going to stack him up on defense at about the 38-yard line. Looks like that running back there is Boyd Caton, another sophomore. Boy, they are riddled with sophomores. He's a 6'1" bowling ball type running back there, Drew.
Oh, no question about it. And like I said, when it's his turn, he'll be ready to go. I mean, like I said, they've got talent. And that's why I didn't buy too much into their 0-2 start.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't buy into it.
Yeah, I just didn't. I mean, Prep is Prep. Okay, they're going to be just fine.
Thing about it is, as we have a timeout called by Jackson Prep, and I don't think the clock will stop. Yeah, we'll keep things right here as the clock is going to continue to roll. Nope, they are going to stop it with 10:04 to go in the ball game, 55-19. And here's the thing about it, Lamar fans. Let me slice it to you this way. A lot of the experts, they call themselves experts, the people on Twitter and everywhere else. This is probably the worst team among the folks in the Jackson portion over here. We're talking MRA, JA, Hartfield. But you think they're good. MRA is drubbing Hartfield up the road right now. JA is whipping Leak pretty good right now.
Yeah, well,
and JA and MRA probably the best too, and they still got to play Prep.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm telling you, they better lace up the chin strap because this Prep team, they're going to have something to say before this year's over because they are a quality football team. Pay no attention to their 0-2 start.
Exactly. After the timeout, they got a new back in the backfield, and he's going to gain nearly 10 yards and a first down. New back in the backfield. I think it's Harrelson, number 46, Harrelson rather, another 10th grader running the football for Jackson Prep.
And folks, I mean their roster. I mean there's 68 players this year on their roster. I mean they've got a lot of sophomores, and this is going to be, if you're going to get Prep, maybe this is the year you get them. But I'm telling you right now, I mean it ain't going to be. They're not going to be down for long because they got a ton of sophomores, and we saw 26 here tonight. Josh Parker, he's one of them.
Here's Harrelson on the carry, and Morrow's going to take him down at about the Lamar near the 41-yard line. That's going to be another gain of 13. So Harrelson, 2 back-to-back first downs. And the clock now is rolling. Obviously, no stopping of the clock. 9:13 and counting. 55-19 Prep, and they're trying to pour it on here.
There's no doubt in my mind. Number 26, Josh Parker, is going to be in the SEC here in a couple of years.
He's fast. Fastest guy I've seen from an opposing player so far this year by far. As the back that was just in a few moments ago, that's Boyd Caton again. And he's going to gain some nice yardage. And by the way, Drew, during one of those stoppages, Prep has cleared their bench. They have basically a new offensive line in there, and all those guys look like they're pretty darn big too up front.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you play for Prep, you're going to be big and you're going to be fast.
Here's Caton again on the handoff, and he's running out of running room over there. A nice tackle. And who made that? I think that may have been Willis down there to make the stop. Loss of about a yard. 3rd down. Roberts, made the tackle.
Well, I mean, from a Lamar perspective, like I said, the good news is this is not a district game or of any of sorts. It's just a game we had to play. It was on the schedule. We had to play. But the good news is the game, it doesn't mean anything. Let's just get through this and move on.
Here's the handoff to Harrelson again. It's a good-looking back right here as he's going to catch the corner over there. He's going to be a little short, it appears, of the first down, so that's going to bring up a 4th down and about maybe a half a yard to go here. Clock, Drew, is running, obviously, no stoppage, 7:42 and counting, 55-19 in favor of Prep.
Yeah, this Harrelson kid, I mean, a sophomore.
Absolutely. 10th graders everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, 4th down and 1. Looks like Harrelson is the running back in the backfield. High snap, and the ball is over everybody's head. The Raiders are going to scoop and score. Raiders are going all the way to the end zone as the Raiders are going to get a scoop and score on the bad snap. And how about that? Hamparala, pay him off on a scoop and score. So the Raiders will get a defensive score on the bad snap, a scoop and score, 61 yards. And the Raiders get a defensive score, or is it coming back?
We got a flag on the play. I don't see it, but
it's right there at the 35-yard line, right on the other side of the 35. Oh, man, they're going to take the score away from Hamp right there.
Oh, man, that's just another tough break for our Raiders.
Penalty marker is lying right on the right side of the 35-yard line. Here's the indication, and did the Raiders jump? Personal foul. Face mask on Lamar.
The penalty is a personal foul.
Wow, that's the last thing I would have expected right there was a face mask on Lamar on a scoop and score.
Now, I got a question. Was that before or after the change of possession?
Before, because it looks like Prep's keeping the football. So it was before the change of possession.
Well,
so that erases the scoop and score of 61 yards, and that just kind of is an example of the night right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just add that to the list.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
So that'll mark it down to the 20-yard line, and it looks like –
wow. Unbelievable.
And now the Raiders are walking off the field defensively, and I think we have a timeout, down on the field. What is this now? Is it still Lamar football? I'm totally confused now. I think it's Lamar football, boys. Okay, it is Lamar football. So Lamar does keep possession, so the scoop and score doesn't count, but it –
after the change of possession.
After the change of possession. Okay, it is after the change of possession. So Lamar will keep the football. That's the one thing with the officiating crew tonight. Their communication has been a little off here tonight on some of these penalties. So not getting the information properly in and out. But Raiders will hang on to possession 1st and 10, though, back here at the 20-yard line. And guess what? They're going to throw another flag. Why do you throw flags here in a 55-19 ball game?
It looked like Prep lined up in the neutral zone.
Flags on the play.
I mean, you said it, Robbie. That's been one of the few. I mean,
it's been a lot of them.
I mean, Prep's been penalized a lot here tonight.
I will say one thing for you longtime Raider fans. It was good to see our good buddy Mo Dale before the ball game tonight. Of course, he's on the staff now here at Jackson Prep. Of course, he was Drew on those staffs under Mac Barnes, and I see him down here on the sideline over here. Good to hug his neck and see him earlier tonight. Always appreciate those former assistant coaches we had under Mac Barnes and that tree that he has that is blossoming out there around the MAIS. After the play, it was basically a yard or two on the gain, 2nd down and about 9 coming up for Lamar as we're approaching 4 minutes to go in the football game with that running clock. Reed in the shotgun, and he's looking to throw the football here. He's throwing it deep down the field, and it is nearly picked off. He was looking for Benson Oates down the field, and the pass was broken up there by 16. That was Gutierrez. Caleb Gutierrez, and he's kind of taunting at Jackson Whitcomb as he walks off the field. And with the running clock at 3:40 to go, it's going to be 3rd and 9. Well, sooner or later, folks, you were going to face some adversity. And now Lamar has faced its first big dose of adversity this year. And now we're going to find out next week what Lamar is made of. Can they respond on the road at Caledonia next week? Public versus private matchup. A fastball is going to miss upstairs and away, and that's going to be incomplete. And that's going to be a 4th down upcoming now. And obviously the Raiders will punt this away, I would imagine. And Prep will probably run the clock out here. And this should, we hope, is the final score here tonight, 55-19.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I mean, by the time that they get the ball back, we're going to probably be looking at about 2 minutes, and they'll probably drop a couple knees, and we'll be getting out of here.
And Jackson Prep had a hard time subbing in and out of the field here, and that's going to be too many men on the field there on Jackson Prep. And now we've got some guys down on the offensive line for Lamar.
And
This is what you don't need right here.
Nope.
We got not one but two guys down. And one of those I don't want to suspect here, but I think it's Sully. Yep, Sully was one of them.
No, I think it was number 10.
Well, no, it was Sully. Sully was the last guy up. And there was another offensive lineman down. Sully is getting beat up pretty good back there in that pocket tonight. I think everybody's been beat up and down. I feel like we've been beat up a little bit here tonight. And Sully's coming off the field there, Drew.
And that's –
and Cade Vowell's going to check into the ball game. I think that may have been the last snap of the night for Sully Reed, as Cade Vowell will be in at quarterback on 4th down and about, 3.5, 4 yards to go. Vowell in the shotgun. Vowell is going to hand it off to Ashton Jones, but he's going to be punished for a 2-yard loss. That'll be a turnover on downs, and more than likely we'll see maybe 1-2 more snaps tops from Prep, and that will be our final here tonight, 55-19.
Well, I mean, like I said, this is just, a game that just got away from Lamar from pretty much from about 2 or 3 minutes into the game, and Prep never looked back. And it's just a game from a Lamar perspective. We just got to race and move on.
Yeah. I encourage you folks, if you're in your home right now, go to your restroom and just hit the flush button.
Yep.
Let's flush it and move on. That's all you can do. I know the coaches are going to look at the film and everything and look at that part, but as us fans and supporters, just go flush it. Here's a carry right here. That's Caton again, and he's going to get it down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from about that point with 42 seconds and running. And, Drew, they could take a knee here and end this football game, but they're keeping this thing rolling.
I will say this. They got some young guys. They've got their 3rd, about 4th team out there by now. So, like I said, they deserve a couple of snaps too. So it's up to us to stop them.
Yeah, and Raider folks, don't get angry if they score right here. Like I said, these guys work just as hard in the practice field as the first-string guys, and they will take a knee. So they will slap a knee down, and that should be the end of the football game, and it will be. Well, folks, it was a tough assignment here tonight, and it was a tough night at the office, as Lamar is going to drop their first decision of the 2025 campaign as they fall to Jackson Prep here tonight. Final count, 55-19. We're going to take a break. We're going to pay off the rest of our sponsors. We'll come back and wrap things up with a post-game show after this here on your home for Raider football, 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
Raider football, our post-game report here is not a good night for the Raiders as they fall to Jackson Prep 55-19 as Jacob Land has been speaking with his players the last few moments. And, you know, Drew, let's just face the facts here. This is the first big slice of adversity Lamar has experienced this year. You know, you go to Toxie and you beat a solid football team in South Choctaw Academy convincingly. You shut out Wayne Academy last week 32-0. You come on the road here to Jackson Prep this week, a solid football team. And let's just face it, they were just the way better football team here tonight. We had our moments here or there. But now we're going to find out after this first loss what we got in our bag next week.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, listen, folks. I mean, you know, we knew coming in tonight it was going to be a huge hill to climb if we were going to pull off a huge upset on the road. That obviously was not the case. Jackson Prep is they're in a different class than us.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. That's just the way it has always been, and that's probably the way it's always going to be. The good news is that, you know, this was not a district game or anything like that. It was a game on our schedule that we had to play. It's now been played, and now we can, you know, depending on how the coaches want to look at this film, you know, I maybe break down a couple plays here and there, you know, but other than that, I don't know what we gained out of tonight. Just too many explosive plays by Jackson Prep offensively, and you cannot have that from a defensive standpoint on the road playing a team like Jackson Prep. Again, I totally agree with you, Robbie. We're about to find out what we're made of. You know, how fast can we flush this tonight? It would be a huge key going into next Friday night. And I would expect us to have a very spirited week of practice, and I would expect to see a different Lamar Raider football team in 7 days from now.
So Lamar goes to 2-1. Jackson Prep improves to 1-2. They will play Tri-County Academy next week, while Lamar will hit the road again up to Caledonia, a public versus private matchup next week. Before we get out of here, I want to go through our sponsors and thank all of them for their cooperation with us throughout the broadcast tonight, those being Burns & Burns, Mattress Express, Will Sweat Alpha Insurance, our friends over at David Neal's Express Pharmacy. I wish we had a few more first downs out there for you, David, tonight, but I'm pretty sure that'll change next week. Citizens National Bank, Teal Neal Animal Hospital, Snowden & Company Real Estate, Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock, Trey Cross Agency. And, Drew, let's go ahead and reward our player of the game, brought to you by Weidman's. I'm going to pick two here tonight, one on each side of the football. I think Tyler Brown had another fine ball game tonight on both sides of the football, running and defensively. And I got to give a tip of the cap to Jalen Trotter. He willed his way into the end zone for that long touchdown. I hope it's not anything serious, but Jalen just doing Jalen things as usual. He really oohed and awed a lot of the fans below us with some of his catches here tonight. So those are your Weidman's co-players of the game, Tyler Brown and Jalen Trotter. Also, big thanks to East Mississippi Orland Facial Surgery, All-Star Team Sports, Insurance Advisory Group, and Van Zivert. And, Drew, any final thoughts before we pack it up?
You know, one of my final thoughts is that, yes, we're going back to Meridian with a loss, but for the most part, we got out of this game healthy, and that's huge.
That's a win.
That's a win.
Yeah.
And so, it's a game. We find it's over. It's done. Let's get ready to go next Friday night. Like I said, I think we got out of this game relatively healthy, from what we can tell up here, and that's huge. And Rob, I'm gonna toss it back to you. Enjoyed it, buddy. And let's go get them next Friday night.
Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up. Final score, Jackson Prep 55, Lamar 19. Next Friday night, we'll be up in Caledonia, just north of Columbus, for a public versus private matchup with Caledonia High. And broadcast time will be 6:30 next week with Jacob Land on the pregame, and then kickoff at 7 o'clock. Folks, have a good rest of your Friday night. Be safe out there on the highways and byways, whatever college football game you're going to on Saturday. And most importantly, choose the church of your choice on Sunday. Final score, Jackson Prep 55, Lamar 19. That's going to wrap up our broadcast of Raider football here this evening on 97 OKK.